Baby Jason's Bob, which is a tried and true, has always been a Bob main. And like what you said with Inca, tried and true, Yoshimitsu.
I absolutely love watching this matchup, actually. It is definitely a nuanced one right there. That move right there, if you block it at the wall, Inca can have the opportunity to flash it. We will see if Baby Jason gets caught in hitting it too many times.
And Inca is gonna have quite the trouble. Inca has made multiple friends and has multiple experience as well with Bob, especially all throughout Tekken's history, especially with Tekken 6. So we'll see how he's able to get that veteran knowledge to get into here. But Inca is just trying to sidestep as much as he can, and look at that, just baiting all the frame traps and not even get caught by that down forward 2.
He's going for the generic down 3 and using that forward 1+2. Huge buff on that move recently, gave it a counter hit launch, and you definitely have seen Yoshimitsu players using it a lot before, but now, look at us. Okay, gets the Kincho parry, whiffs the 4-4-3, and Baby Jason is just ready to get that whiff punish.
That he was really fishing for that one ever since the first round, and now he's trying to put on the pressure, put on the wall, but no wall splat, but still trying to put on the pressure of the wall splat. Run up, down forward 2, not so much, and the hamburger death fist instead gets caught by the counter hit.
Really big damage here. Almost got the wall. He almost had 3 hits into a wall break, into a rage art. He could have had that entire round right there, just slightly off of the distance on there.
Yeah, and it was all depending on the wall splat as well, but now Inca has another life here. We're breaking it this time. Bap. Okay, just wants to go for the Oki. This is what Yoshi really excels. Goes for the flight, but no counter hit. Baby Jason is trying to stay calm here, but beautiful.
Yes, he gets the sidestep out of the meditation stance. Key charge? What are we doing here? I can't imagine that was intentional. He must have gone for forward, and then a bind, because in that situation, you get really good back turn damage, and there just must have been a little flub of the fingers, but we got those damages all the same. Baby Jason, oh my gosh, that wall pressure was going to be so good, but that spin, perfectly timed by Inca.
Yeah, but there we go, that's what you said, all the way against the wall, and here comes the flash, and here comes the wall stun, one of the best one, and with the win, it becomes 100% guaranteed.
Right, he just rolled up, and Inca was being pretty careful there. The Fubuki knee launcher happens. It's very fast, very long range, and very dependable, especially in this matchup where Bob has that larger hurt box that he can get caught going sideways quite often.
Yeah, and with that Fubuki knee, is definitely one of Yoshimitsu's go-to whiff punish, because he can get a huge mileage when it comes to distance, and with that distance comes with the Woloki, and you know how it goes with Yoshimitsu's Woloki. It's literally a Russian roulette. But that time,
specifically with the Fubuki knee, Inca has created his own tech on being able to catch many different wake-up options with a certain setup. It's literally called the Aldo combo. Aldo is his first name, and Inca is the creator of it, and I hope we get to see a little bit of it. He is one of those Yoshimitsu players that loves creating new tech. He's got himself a big library of knowledge on Yoshimitsu specialist situations on his website, rectlife.com. You can see it in the theme. It's got the things that you can go over with Dragonfly and dip under with Flea Stance, and how you can spin out of rage arts and things like that. And it's a really cool group of labbing that he has done over his career as a Yoshimitsu player, and it's super cool to see. Baby Jason goes with the random stage here, Island Paradise. Interesting.
And you know, he random up to the good one. You know, this, everybody loves Island Paradise, especially you, Twitch chat. We all love this song. This song is too good. I love this song so much. Oh, it immediately gets off with the down back 3 counter hit. There, but Inca is immediately using the just frame parry and immediately takes the turn back, but doesn't fully release on the launcher. He decides to roll out.
He's trying to see the little flea mix-ups here. Nice sidestep, doesn't get the whiff punish. All good though. Dang, Baby Jason, knowing that he can punish that, very few characters can do so. Baby Jason is playing with fire using that 4-4-2 at the wall. The distance is just right, but it's very dangerous to be doing against Yoshimitsu.
Goes for the timing. He is the race run, and Inca uses the right timing to disrupt the rage drive from Baby Jason, and Inca puts on the pacifier to shut him down.
Ooh, nice full crouch down forward 4 counter hit right there. Gonna go for some flip over, doesn't quite get it. Running 3 into some of those skull bashes that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, one of the greatest buffs that made Yoshimitsu a menace in the season. And here comes one of those back for counter hit.
Flames there into the Kincho stance. Evil missed.
Ooh.
You were spring kicking on Yoshimitsu out here? Is that what the play is?
You're a madman, but Baby Jason made it work with the rage drive. This time able to roll out with a victory.
Yeah, Inca definitely gambled on the low in that situation, but 1-1, Fahkumram spins out and he gets caught with some homing goodness. That was so much damage, and he lost health from the spin as well. So that combo took 10 more damage off of you.
And getting the unscaled Weibo, another combo back in, but gets another sweep counter hit. This is what Inca needs. When it comes to Yoshimitsu, you definitely don't want to get it. The Fahkumram bus drops the combo. We flash in, no, down forward 1-1, down forward 1-1.
Wow, what a great ender right there for Baby Jason, staying safe with the mid options. Inca starting off with some good whiff punishment, but getting knocked down right back. This is some back and forth business if I've ever seen it, Spirit.
It is indeed back and forth, but I love it that Inca is still staying true to his game plan. You know, trying to sidestep right as much as he can and just staying calm. This is what I love about Inca's playstyle. He knows how to stay calm. And he just wants to bait out the counter hits. That's what he did, trying to go for the hand back as much as he can. Then here comes the windmill.
And you see these pokes that he's doing here. Back to 2 down 3. Okay, gets a nice grab. This is great Okizeme.
No, what are you doing with flash?
And bang, flash. Right when you think you got a dash opportunity, I think not. Don't be getting in my face out here.
No, and Inca has kind of exploited Baby Jason here, because right now Baby Jason has not broke out and grabbed 3 times, and now this is gonna pay the price because Inca might be a couple hits away to taking this set. Nice spin away.
And away from that string. Oh, he's got him back to the wall. I think we're gonna see a spin here in a second. No, he wants to go for the plasma blade instead. Boom, 2-1 counter hit knockdown. That's a 35 damage knockdown that you get off of a jab. Really nice.
This time he's looking to beat up Paul with that mug look. He's been waiting too long. Yeah, I'm ready. Other hero. It's not the anti-hero. But let's bring it out.
Round 1. Fight.
Satsu Wolf coming in clutch. Maybe a howling at the moon. Trying to get that strength. But another hero able to start out with the 1+2. That's quite the call out.
Okay. Poking and getting some lows in. Masatsu Wolf not going for anything giant here, just wants to kind of go in and out. Ooh, the down forward 2 attempt. That's the first one. Jet kick. Let's get off and go over there.
Trying to find the right landing spot here. Raging Beast, the first hit. Coming in. 30 seconds left on the clock. Paul has rage. Here comes the punch with the back 1-2 and spends the rage. I mean, immediately spends the armor. This is huge. Other hero playing super compact, and we're gonna end it off with the
Round 2.
while running 3.
Fight.
Other hero backing up a little bit to get away from there. And oh my gosh, what a
Beautiful block.
fantastic block on the Hell Sweep. And Paul's while standing Punisher was able to reach all the way from over there. That was crazy.
Oh, that setup doesn't work anymore, hero. That setup doesn't work. And now notice how he's trying to sidewalk away. Remember, Fahkumram's movement also got nerfed tremendously. Can't sidewalk anymore. And Masatsu Wolf takes the second round very convincingly.
Yeah, he was definitely, once he got that one launcher, and he just kept poking and kept the other hero with his back relatively to the wall right there.
Seems like other heroes feels a little bit limited here. He feels a little unsafe with trying to go against Paul, and which he should. There it is against Paul. As we were speaking, Masatsu Wolf gets the combo but drops the combo. Also, no dodge from the 4-2-1.
Oh, you got to be careful after blocking 4-4-2-1 from Paul. There's so many different setups that he can do, side steps and evasive shoulders and whatnot. Other hero going for some mids, punch parry, land, and I think we're gonna get a nice little wall splat right here.
Yes, we are. 20 seconds left on the clock. Oh, beautiful interruption from the guard break. The other hero has it on the wall. 4-3-3 doesn't do much, and Masatsu Wolf stays clear. It takes the
Wow,
lead.
Masatsu Wolf has been playing so concise and clean. He's been doing really well in this matchup. Wow, gets the float. A jab will do ya. A little jab will do ya out here in Tekken. It'll get you far.
Little jab, big damage coming in. 50 seconds left in the clock. A nice break from Hero. But now Masatsu Wolf trying to fight out of the wall.
Nice side step block. Other Hero foreboding with the lows and the sweeping moves. Just getting a little bit away from the rage opportunity, and nice duck on the down forward 4-3 string. And other Hero, it pays for not hit confirming that string, gets ducked and punished. Dang, Masatsu Wolf is doing some good work. I don't think I've had him on stream yet. I've just mostly seen his work going through the brackets, but I am very impressed by his ability to stay comfortable against Fahkumram.
Yeah, that was very, very, very knowledgeable on all the majority of the checks, not all of them. Majority of the checks that he was trying to throw out. And he just stood there. Masatsu Wolf kept it prime, kept making Alpha and the Omega. And my goodness, Masatsu Wolf, he's got the dreams going beyond for this one, I think.
Yeah, like when he had his back to the wall against the charge string, which would have splatted him, he just immediately started interrupting. He's like, I know this is the first time that you're showing this, and usually layer 1 is me getting hit by a charge move, so I don't think so. I'm gonna go straight to layer 2 and start interrupting this. And very good knowledge right there. Possibly very knowledgeable based on his experience in the ATL scene, where Pokechop used to use.
Oh, yo, get off me! So we're gonna start with a magic 4, but the walls went able to bounce off and not have a balcony break. Masatsu Wolf still has a pretty good start because of the defense. It gets it down back to counter it, but no pickup.
Yeah, almost. He was trying for the hard stuff to be able to get a screw off of it, and got up back one instead of, and then back one right there. Other Hero getting wall advantage, except not. Big grab, and then does extra damage if you hit the wall during it.
4-4-1+2 coming in, and Other Hero spends the Rage Art. And we're gonna breathe it in and take one for the team. That Other Hero steals that round. No, wait, hold on.
We still have one more possibility into the jump over. He's been playing Chloe. You know he's been playing Chloe.
Let's add a little Chloe tech in there too. That was for you, Kaizur. And the Other Hero, add a little disheartening move here, but this is gonna dishearten your back, and hopefully you're gonna stay mental here. Masatsu Wolf, beautiful block. You know what? Recognizing the string, doesn't get the counter hit.
Okay, got the Gale Force, double running threes with your back to the wall. Tries to break the wall with there. There we go. He tried to go to layer 2, and then Masatsu Wolf was like, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I want to mash here. I think I'll just want to wait.
And Masatsu Wolf decides not to do anything there, and the Other Hero recognizes that he's able to jab out, so he decides not to charge it up, and Masatsu Wolf still stayed simple. And the Other Hero, another punch parry coming in. Are we gonna break the wall? No, we're not.
Not quite. Other Hero doing good at noticing that Masatsu Wolf is using punches a lot to get in, just some jabs, and it's happening quite a bit. Ooh, nice ultimate takedown.
It goes for the 1+2 arm grab. And the Other Hero able to steal it the first round, but will you do it again? Gale Force able to block you from the Iron Mountain.
Yeah, that evasive shoulder can get you out of jail free many times. Oh my goodness, that shredder kick was coming for you. It was very, very close to being a trade and or the entirety of Other Hero's life, but Other Hero got the timing just right.
Another start again with the jab float, but another block from the Ramasura. Again.
Other Hero using a lot of these down jabs here, but oh my gosh, speaking of down, yes you are, that quarter circle back for
punish. No break out of break the 1+2. That's a punish. Goes for the raise drive, goes for the sweep. And we got another.
We call that a punish. We call that a punish. That's one of those Wisconsin punishes over there.
Yeah, that's Wisconsin. It's ice cold. It's ice cold and nothing to see.
Right, We're on final round of game 2. Let's see how it pops open. There we go with the teep kick. Backdashing, trying to get some homing moves for the both of them.
Yeah, homing move for homing move. Let's trade it off one to another. And right there, Masatsu Wolf having a little trouble here, but still staying compact. 40 seconds left on the clock. And one of them is just waiting to make a mistake.
Very active on the outside here. Down 4. Yes, uses his plus frames there to get his 10 frame trap.
Oh, beautiful side step. Here comes the knee launcher, and other hero stays alive. And jungle outposts. Beautiful recognition from other hero, knowing that Masatsu Wolf was going to try to attack here, especially try to force out a dick jab. And the other hero was like, nah, flash step, back to reality. I'm still alive in this set. 1-1.
That last sequence was really good. Him getting the sidestep 4 on the immediate action on Masatsu Wolf's jabs. That was super clutch right there. And it's one of those moves that is definitely punishable, especially by Paul. You get those big double haymakers that do tons of damage on you, but it definitely paid off that he was able to get that sequence read. Good job using the punch parry as much as he was doing as well. It was giving him some real good momentum shifts because Masatsu Wolf was being pretty demanding when it came to keeping the spacing that he wanted in that last game.
And here's as well with the punch parry. Masatsu Wolf also has a punch parry, but we still haven't seen him recognize what Hero is doing. Especially with the 1-2 guard break. Hero only used that once and did not overextend. So we'll see how both of these playstyles are gonna interact now, and see how one of them will translate, especially going into this final game.
And that final game is going to be on Hammerhead. This is a stage chosen by Masatsu Wolf.
Fight.
Yeah, this is what he loves to go to. I think it's due to the fact that Paul is able to get that ridiculous wall splat recombos, especially with the wall standing 3-2. He loves to aim for that one. But the jet kick, able to take the right trade, able to take profit, and we're going to take half a couple of health away.
He's using a lot of the standalone down forward too. Ooh, and another fantastic sidestep 4, catching the other hero, catching Masatsu Wolf, trying to get out of the pocket.
Look at this. The other hero is playing a little bit more safe, a little bit more compact. Here comes a full crouch Ramasura. 50 seconds left the clock, and now Masatsu Wolf is now adding in the homing move for one more time, and now other heroes trying to see what mistakes he can capitalize.
We're trying to use some of this momentum here that other hero is getting. There he goes, finally finishes the second hit of it, and Masatsu Wolf has just been doing a lot of backdashing and trying to get away from there. And oh my gosh, a fantastic jump, misses the follow-up for the screw. Is that gonna kill him? Oh my goodness, it does. Down 1 into some extra damage.
Down 4 against double KO. No! Other hero is able to call Harada for some extra health care, and other hero is now on set points. But another full jump from Masatsu Wolf, able to not capitalize, just end it off with the death fist, trying to add a little statement here that he's still alive with max strength.
Here we go. They're both using these down jabs heavily. Here we go. If at first you don't succeed, do it again. Quarter circle forward 3, and other hero is sitting in this pocket. He doesn't do the regular wall damage max combo. Doesn't want to lose anything. Nice job staying compact right there by Masatsu Wolf.
Yeah, staying alive as well. Almost close to perfect. That's a great way to start it off, but that's not a great way to start this round off. The one that matters also. Tries to go for the wall split. Down 4. As the guard break, oh, nice whip punch with the down 4 too. This is a beautiful awareness as well. Again, but here comes the first part of the Shredder kick.
Oh yeah, the Atlanta hop kick right there. Look at these sidestep blocks that Masatsu is using. And another Hail Mary sidestep 4. You're gonna get a good wall splat here as well with the Ramasura. Oh, bang! And the Thunder combo to finish the that win. Oh my god. As well out of the DSS stance, and we are going to see some fantastic Oki on both sides. I am sure of it.
Oh, And now we're gonna start off on just a little bit. And 1-2 tries to end off with a Dragon Hammer. And now we're just switching off down forward 1, down forward 1. You know, try to keep it basic and as best as you can because why not, right? That's the way to go.
Yeah, Law has one of the better tracking down forward ones in the game as well, so it's certainly a fantastic tool. And here he goes, using a couple of those lows and BoosterBlast, wanting to get some jabs, tiny pokes here. We're not seeing any launch attempts right now.
Oh, beautiful backdash to the hop kick booster. That was beautiful. And now gets the wall with the wall pressure, forward to the jab, and try to keep on the pressure. 1-2, 1-2, down 4. Does it fall off the ranks up? No punish as well. Now
JJBreeze trying to use the God stance a little bit there, just to stand still and really sit, and it pays off. Did he need to do the rage art there? Okay, it's fine. It worked. Yes. Get that little time to think about it. Fantastic job of just standing there, waiting for the whiff and hitting that 3+4, 14 frame whiff punishing launcher. Fantastic job by JJBreeze. And
get
right
the call
uppercut
out.
to the next round.
Yeah, what a call out. Noting how much pressure that BoosterBlast is going to apply. It just takes it right off. Get the health difference here. 1-2, 1-2. And nice break out of the giant swing from JJBreeze.
But of course, that was what BoosterBlast wanted. He wanted to get JJBreeze with his back to the wall. And then down forward 2. Another fantastic uppercut into the legend kick ender. And BoosterBlast trying to get off me with that 12 frame mid that he uses right there.
No, I want to get the flip, but not any kill yet. Hold on. Oh, he gets the ground.
He
Okay.
caught him trying to get up, but not at the time that he wanted. If he had done it a little bit later, JJBreeze would have actually gotten caught by the rage drive, but it just kind of pushed him back. And the rage drive doesn't even do any damage. It just makes it so that you're susceptible to throws.
Yeah, that one could have been catastrophic, but that worked out so well for JJBreeze. Now JJBreeze is looking really dominating here in the first game. Hold on here.
Yeah, he's getting that toe tap. That toe tap is really good. Puts you at +4, and the opponent is in full crouch. It is super good. Look at all these fantastic throw breaks that JJBreeze is getting right now. Into another down forward 2 and a wall.
Beautiful step. Hold on. We'll see if BoosterBlast is able to stay alive here real quick. Hold on. We got 25 seconds left in the clock, and JJBreeze has a little trouble here from the wall. He cannot get hit with another
trying to get out, getting hit by the lariat. More of these 12 frame mids, 15 seconds remaining.
That could have been it.
Doesn't think that he was going to go for the third hit of the 10 string. Nice jab load to finish it off. Oh man, honestly, I really thought that JJBreeze was going to do the 10 hit string that starts with the down forward 1, because he's used it quite a bit in round ending situations in recent tournaments, and that's what he used to get out of the wall there, which was really great idea, because when you're thinking about what is going to kill me when I'm playing against Law in this last round, where literally anything that touches me is going to kill me, and he throws down forward 1, that's the first thing on your mind. You're like, I gotta low parry this thing that's coming up, and then he doesn't throw it, and he was able to get out. Great idea to reset the neutral, reset the situation, and get it so that BoosterBlast isn't going to be able to handle it.
Yeah, and there's the thing as well, especially using it in the last hit, you kind of have a little bit of mix up also, because a down forward 110 string hit can either end off in the mid or a low. So he could have really just played there. But again, JJBreeze's defense throughout the entire set was amazing. He did not even blink. That man just stood there. I was like, wait. 4-2-1 comes in. Yeah, sure, he may not able to duck it, but guess what? He still didn't do anything. He just kept doing his thing. That was insane by JJBreeze.
Yeah, and the right-hand uppercuts were just landing all the time, especially when Armor King was trying to sidestep to the side. He's one of the bigger characters, and unless you have very specific situations, like after that move right there, you're going to be able to get caught when you're sidestepping after that. Oh my gosh, that down 4 has fantastic range and tracking, and BoosterBlast is taking some huge advantage of it, getting a float combo and getting some map advantage.
Dragon Hammer coming in, tries to call out for the slide and gets punished for it. But beautiful dark upper, able to crush the high. Down for 2-4, ridiculous wall split, and they're able to drop it. Hold on, this could be catastrophic, and a legend kick.
I can't imagine that armored legend kick was intentional right there. It's a launch punishable attack. And back, if you remember back to Tekken Revolution days, that was the move that everybody would be using on the invincible situations.
Yeah.
Nice big swing catch right there by BoosterBlast and JJBreeze.
Ooh, trying to go for Dragon Tail, raw Dragon Tail. Yo, JJBreeze is feeling a little bit confident here, but the confidence may be shutting down as he gets hit with another Shining Black. And flip over, back turn mid.
Yeah, you don't see that back turn mid happening as often in those situations.
Oh
my gosh. Tries to go for the big counter hit sweep. JJBreeze snuffs it out while standing while standing two, and goes bam. Right, taking half of your damage away.
Yo, here goes the Stalker stance, and then unfortunately at the wall, able to come in, and another Shining Black, instant one of them. You get ready in 3 minutes, by the way. I'll try to go for another one. DSS 4-2-1 whip punish, and he gets the full wall combo.
BoosterBlast knows that JJBreeze wanted to stay on the ground after that and stomped on him. The last time he had done that wall combo, the down 2-4-3 situation, he had tried to get up, got hit by the wall standing 4, because as you know, if you try to wake up after that, you'll automatically hit by the wall standing 4. So he didn't do it that time, and BoosterBlast knew, so he stomped on him, kept him on the ground, got that extra damage, reset another situation, basically just took all of that and took advantage of JJBreeze's inability to be stubborn, I guess we could call it. He picked rock, and he's like, you should have picked rock again, man.
Yep, like literally rock, paper, scissors, and he picked the wrong decision every single time. And I love it that BoosterBlast was able to make the right call in every single situation, because that right there is one hell of a shift on the seesaw. That was too fast.
The momentum definitely is in BoosterBlast's favor after that. He did get hit pretty heavy after his big sweeps were being blocked, and JJBreeze being right on time with those whiff punishes, with the block punishes, but then he would kind of get tech rolled away from and lose his wall advantage again. So maybe the wall Loki needs to be a little bit tighter to be able to keep BoosterBlast on his toes in the future game.
Yep, take the space away, keep it minimal, especially now how Sook went the first game. Okay, are you able to adjust now? Because on the first game at Sook, JJBreeze broke every single one.
Round 1.
Second game, not even once. Now what matters here is now.
And it's so hard to backdash away from that. It's just like Gonryu's down 4-3. So difficult to get away from, and you get put on Magic 4 right there. And there we go. That's just what we were talking about earlier, about how you can get so much damage in such little space and still be able to get a good wall. Oh my gosh, BoosterBlast is just
the call out! Here comes another hop kick here. BoosterBlast having a little signs of life here. Doesn't go for the raised drive, but what's that 4? No duck there.
Cancel in the Stalker stance. Okay, BoosterBlast just making JJBreeze think that he's got a little bit of room to play with. JJBreeze going for the legend kick to try to fight his way out. Hammer the guys for whipping.
No punish Dragon Hammer, but the fours, the down 4, while standing 4 is working out. Both of them are even health. 1 second, seconds left on the clock. Any one of them do it, and the double scissors can come in clutch for JJBreeze and taking the first round of the final set.
1-2 string is so good. Nice 3+4 on that one. Beautiful homing move. Gets the knockback, sidewalks himself, and gets a nice wall. Oh my gosh. But BoosterBlast, foreboding, doesn't want to give up this advantage.
Yeah, sidestep 3+4, able to track the right way and put him back next to the wall. You know what happened last time? Special raised drive. Yeah, he goes for the tombstone. Rest in peace.
Look at all of that red, and you got hit backwards, and that's going to give a guaranteed 4-2-1. And would you look at that? Your back was to a wall, so that means I get even more damage. Totally
sidestep dark upper to start off. Yo, forget your magic trick. Here's the real show. While standing 4, put it on the wall, forward 4, and 1-2 able to steal it. Runs back again, and the Giants win because here's another carnival round. 1 for you. Able to tech out and stay alive.
A carnival round. We're going with the merry-go-round, spin you right round kind of business out here. BoosterBlast with a sidestep hop kick, and JJBreeze ready with that block punish. Doesn't think that this needs to be a 10-second round right here. He's ready to block.
He is, oh, that time he's trying to bait out what worked last time, trying to get that whip punishes, with especially that down forward two. He's trying to fish it out, but this time he's not getting a lot of bait.
Okay, another one of those stunner attempts here. Ooh, thought he was gonna run into the Hell Axle. No, thank you.
Oh,
damn,
another
Shining
instant.
Wizard after the
Beautiful.
What a sidewalk.
Okay, now all the way, counter hit, down three, doesn't go for it, but goes for the double backflip, the Hail Mary, and answers the prayer, and I believe we have a final round.
Yeah, double Luigi time. Let's go, baby. Okay, down 4-1 to get it started for the opening gambit. We're gonna use that toe tap once again to keep ourselves in that frame advantage and keep that pressure going. This 1-2 string is gonna use a lot of this time period for him.
Beautiful punish from that string with a back 1-2. Tries to go for the neutral jump mix up here. 40 seconds left in the clock, and now BoosterBlast having a little trouble to open up. There we go. There's the down 4-2 he was really looking for.
Had a really good splat on that, and the run-up grab to be able to do it again.
Nice break.
20 seconds remaining. BoosterBlast is trying to forebode.
Banana peel! The nice block!
Counter hit attempt. Is he gonna get a perfect splat? That's okay. Down 2-4-3. The black magic situation. He almost got forward, but a Shining Wizard catching JJBreeze off guard.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Yes. My tears definitely fell though. All around me. But
And
we'll see
we're gonna
which
have lots
tiers.
of bits of this stage falling around us. Dragon's Nest, one of the favorites from Tekken 5, and 0-2 versus Ltrainlocomotive gets started with a lot of motion. Locomotive is right.
And right now the movement going in, and this is 0-2 trying to keep it safe, trying to keep it all in. Tries to get that counter with a 4-4-2 and tries to get a wall running two, but not this time.
Doesn't
Here we go.
believe in that string right there. Massage punches. Just want to, make sure that your ribs are ready for the rest of the business that we got going on here today.
Woo!
Breaks the grab, but gets the wall advantage afterwards.
4-4-4-4.
Nice pose catching right there by Ltrainlocomotive.
And right now the train is not trying to stop, and beautiful whip punish, but doesn't kill. But this time the knee and the elbow, but no shoulders and toes. Oh, L-Train getting the first round. Beautiful Sonic Fang as a whip punish and try to get it off her. And just like that, we got 70% versus 100.
Yeah, L-Train trying to start with that G-clef cannon right there. Ooh,
Back four.
Going with some flicker after whiffing the back one, but Ltrainlocomotive getting that nice huge counter hit, low parried, and a big cartwheel kick into the shoulder to get some huge damage at the wall.
Yo, L-Train's looking nice. Keeping it dominant, and L-Train is trying to get a fast stop. The destination is all go, no stop. The green is going that way, but 0-2 is trying to be the roadblock out of L-Train's destination.
0-2 is not respecting the 4-forward 1+2 situation. Here comes the Shiro pickup. He doesn't get it all the way from Atlanta, but that's okay. We got that Atlanta reset right there with the counter hit. Slugger, touch the toes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Yes, the throws are getting broken, and 0-2 gets that round coming back. He doesn't want to lose this game just yet.
Not yet, and there he is. May not be broken, but he's definitely not spoken as well. Tries to go for the guard break. Not yet. Still looking really, really good. And 0-2 trying to play the spacing game and try to get the whip punish with the Sonic Fangs. But right now, the Sonic Fang is still in sharpening mode. Unfortunately, this one's gonna get electrified as he gets caught with the back 4 counter hit.
That was a huge chunk of damage right there from that visceral attack. The jumping jab right there kept 0-2 alive. And
Don't break out of the
break
stone
it
head.
that time. Huge damage from that head, but puts Richie in the loser's side right there.
Unfortunately, he had a 90% success rate, but that 10% really cost you. So straight up, straight up.
Yeah, so. Let's talk about what the game plans were for both of them. 0-2 was using a lot of his long-range whiff punishment, Sonic Fang, sidestep into back one, started just kind of like using the flicker stance to be able to get a little bit of extra backwards movement in the range 2 and range 3 situations. And then we saw Lars. Well, what was the main pieces of Ltrain's attack plan?
Ltrain just knew what the pacing was of the entire match, because 0-2 just had a lot of trouble just being aggressive, and we barely saw that from 0-2. 0-2 needs to be aggressive and try to just be a bag of tricks, and because his game plans just ended up with, you know, the down forward 1, try to go for flicker, down 2, and that was pretty much it, and just wait for whiff punish and like range 2 whiff punish Sonic Bang. So this time 0-2's gotta try to keep it at range 0, keep it a buck, and this time this is exactly what he needs, just like that.
Using that peekaboo stance in this beginning of this round right here, off of that wall standing punish. Nice. Oh, yeah, the punch parry out of there.
Yes, you can. Tries to go another back for counter hit. This one's trying to have a little get off me too, but the sidewalk comes in, and 0-2 getting the first round of the second game. Beautiful
adjustment. Still caught him back turn, even though it seemed like there was a lot of space there. Oh my gosh, the slugger. This is a very spicy combo right here. Almost gets some extra off of it. Rocket punch to keep the wall advantage into some weaving.
Bopping and weaving, bopping and weaving. And again, Ltrainlocomotive easy, even bopping and weaving, trying to high crush out of there. But there we go, beautiful block from the sweep, and no whip punish from the arc blast.
Delaying these strings now and making it seem like his timing is slower, and then immediate peekaboo, or sorry, albatross to end off that round right there. And 0-2 is making some very convincing comebacks here in terms of momentum.
And this is exactly what I was saying. 0-2 was able to hit up the aggression, and this time doesn't go for the low. Here comes the big bang launcher, and we're gonna go for the Gatling gun, and this time he's gotta reload. Flicker.
Nice stopping of the extended duck right there. Again, doing a great job of mixing up the timing of the situation.
Oh,
yes,
doesn't get the
formidable wall splat, and misses the combo, but still picks it up with that huge fist slam down on Ltrainlocomotive's steel toe or not, that one had to hurt.
You know what's crazy is that sometimes that low can be very, very deceiving. And I know for a fact, especially how Ltrain has been playing, he definitely really wanted that back four counter hit, because he really wanted to steal that. As he's been doing though, I can't blame him. But unfortunately, that time, that ground pound, get himself some new shin pads, man. You got one more game in ya. Not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, that ground pound attack that you were just talking about right there, it's slow, but if you block it, it's not very punishable. It's not like one of those big slow attacks that is gonna be launch punishable. So the idea is that you need to not only react to it, but also low parry it to get the maximum opportunity to be able to get out there. And it is hard to react to, I would say, especially if you don't play the Steve matchup quite as often. We are now going to be on Infinite Azure right here.
Yeah.
Ltrainlocomotive giving up the opportunity of having his own wall pressure. He didn't really utilize it very much in the first game where he got his victories too, so I could definitely see how his regular poking is gonna be what he wants to do to be able to take this victory today.
Yeah, that pressure from 0-2 just pushed Ltrain all the way to the wall, but so that's gonna take a lot away from him. But I also want to point out the fact that Ltrain has barely used the orbital a lot, and 0-2 really likes to prioritize on Ltrain's needs. So you got to keep that in the mind also. But gets the Shiro pickup, 0-2. Putting the adjustments.
Yeah, and he goes for the hard ender as well. We've got 27 seconds remaining, and then not the 1-2 strings into the low. Oh my gosh, you never see that one coming until it does. Sidestep into the weave to get that first knockdown.
Oh, that's a freaking Stonehead again. Yes, he definitely go for the Albatross, but now 0-2 is trying to wait for the whip punish. Also, he's trying to Ltrain make a mistake, but unfortunately he gets bounded into infinity. Beautiful jump over.
The amount of damage that he did right there, and the spacing fantastic by Ltrain.
Oh my God!
Up into the 14 frame rage drive launcher, but we were so far off axis that we couldn't keep a good combo going to get the momentum that we needed to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, that's unfortunate events when it comes to the sidewalk. The optimization, the combo with the Sonic Bang, but unfortunately not explosive enough. Ltrain able to escape that and even it all up with just a generic down 4. But now, 0-2 is trying to keep sound stable. Beautiful whip punch from the back 4.
Ltrainlocomotive trying to do some of these dynamic and silent entry setups. Gets a low parry after 0-2 tries to steal a little bit more damage off of blocking a safe attack. Arc Blast from range 3. He's definitely wanting to stay active. Says 0-2, stay over there. I want this round to go to the end. You're going to have to try and get to me.
Another whip punch from the down 1. This is exactly what I was saying. 0-2 is kind of trying to go back to how we played him in the first game, because again, the walls is taking so much away from him. But this time he gets a back 1 counter hit and goes for the card combo as well. It's delayed, add a little damage as well. Run up, down 2. Do it again. Run up.
Getting hit trying to wake up backwards, and that is rough when you get caught in that face down, face towards situation. Definitely rough. Ltrainlocomotive getting those pokes right back though, so quick.
Oh, while running 2, 4-4-2, and now tries to go for the back 1. No, Ltrain has not used an orbital, and I have a feeling he might be using that trying to counteract, but no, it doesn't matter because we're gonna go with a dynamic entry range drive. And Ltrain, the station, has finally reached its destination. He's gonna start blocking low. He will orbital you, and he loves to mix those up. Again, Conflict 220 is a daily reminder. He loves to play Lars without walls, so we'll see how much this is going to hurt him actually, but also benefit as Lars really works well with the walls. But yet drops a combo and able to pick it up again and gets a float from the spring kick. Hello, Conflict, able to work things here.
Dang, Kaizur was playing fast and heavy in the beginning of that round, and let's say that he did not stop playing heavy right there. Rage Art getting blocked by Conflict, him putting on the brakes. This is just exactly what we're talking about. Conflict will smother you, and right when he knows that you've got the pressure mounting on you, he will push back.
Yeah, definitely feel the pressure all the way flowing through the veins now. Gets interrupts the grab, and just like that, that's the first shoe shine. Count it up. Conflict is taking
the
so
empty jump right there into the running 3. Kaizur loves his running attack.
Cali roll!
Whipping from that far away. Gets the huge Cali roll attack. Over 100 damage just got dealt.
Yo, where'd your health go? Oh wait, hold on. Conflict is trying to return the favor here with the beautiful launch punish. Doesn't get the screw though, but does get a great wall position. It gets the counter hit from the hook.
That was a fantastic counter hit 4-4-1+2. And what did I say? What did I say about watching your toes? Those shoes shine. Where they go, nobody knows. Once again, Conflict catching that fantastic timing in both of those, in all 3 of those rounds, getting a no round brown on Kaizur. We were seeing the very first game, Kaizur just immediately, he went low, instant running sweep. Instant running mid, instant running sweep again, and he loves to do that. That's his specialty, is to be able to get those instant running inputs and catch you, trying to think that he's gonna do one thing or another. And then right when the first sweep got blocked, it was just momentum gone completely.
Yeah, that is a conflict of interest if I've ever seen one, because Kaizur loves to rush you down, right? But Conflict is just able to find the right timing and rush Kaizur down, able to exchange the favor and immediately gets a huge comeback. So how is Kaizur going to adjust? Will Kaizur kind of lessen off the pedal here, the gas pedal?
I think we both know the answer to that question. Kaizur, back when he was doing the CSGO days, he was the guy that would run in and just explode on everybody, and he was the high explosion guy to be able to open up the scene, and that's always how he's gonna play. He just plays that way, and it works out really well for him, his explosive nature.
And he loves it too, and Whew, this time we're able to go right work for the sweep and tries to go for the hop kick, able to get trying to get the crush. Because again, Lucky Chloe's hop kick does able to crush jabs.
Some serious evasion on it. Conflict 220 is one of those people that is always going to be super active when he's playing. You just think that it's your turn to move, and it's not. You think it's your turn to press back, and it's not. He's so active. Oh my gosh, the backdash, arc blast, putting some electricity into Kaizur's chest.
Hey, I have a little insult to injury, and the Conflict is making this surgery work because he's looking surgical.
Wow. Oh my gosh, was able to catch in the middle of the homing attack. Was just too slow, that button of Conflict right there. Gonna try and put on some extra pressure. Ooh. How did he know that that would work? How did he know?
What? Hold up.
He was back burning, so he held down back, and that gives you a lot more distance when you're actually trying to move. It's better than just holding back or trying to backdash. Conflict 220, a master of the lab, as we can see. Oh my gosh.
That was absolutely insane. And Conflict, with labbing comes successful test subjects. And Conflict is on set point to send Kaizur to losers bracket.
Wow, that caught some crazy tracking right there after the sidewalk for Conflict.
Lightning screw!
But he drops it. Possibly because he thought that the wall was gonna catch. Oh my gosh.
Doesn't get the full just frame. Hold on. Backswing blow! And
Kaizur, just when he needed it, Kai puts you straight up in the air, a skyscraper.
And Kaizur choosing paper instead of rock, but this time he does it again! Kaizur, guys, are on full effect, and Kaizur is now playing himself. It is now working. He's big himself, goes for the Cali roll, tries to go for the cross up, and his Conflict has had a little trouble with spring kick, and it doesn't work. Kaizur is on survival point instead of set point.
Kaizur is definitely making Conflict play his game now. Trying to start with these back turn situations, Cali rolls, and the toe taps, 1-2 situations, and we are definitely seeing some huge momentum shifts happening right now.
Beautiful call out.
Forward wall bounce, she needs it. Yes, indeed. Last opportunity to get up. You tech rolled. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a back turn catch. 3. Wow.
It takes one. It takes one. It takes one backswing to change the entire momentum of the atmosphere. It takes one.
That was crazy. It was literally that one attack, and then Kaizur just put the gas. Exactly what we were saying earlier, right? When Kaizur puts on the gas, he's just so unpredictable and smothering when it happens to you. I remember when I was playing him for the first time out in Texas Showdown, I was playing in his room. I was like, oh my gosh, I've never felt so smothered by a Lucky Chloe player. This is before the buffs. And we're not even seeing Kaizur use those full crouch attacks that got such huge buffs in the recent situation, in the recent patch. And he still does so well in his previous game plan. It's so fine-tuned at this point. Why change it?
No, exactly. But I just love it that Kaizur was just like, all right, I'm sick of being the backup dancer. Get the hell out of my way. It just takes the entire lead. And all right, that's what I said earlier. Conflict. When every time he loses, he will always go to Infinite Azure. He loves to play without the walls, and we'll see how Conflict is able to unfundamentalize Kaizur. I don't know if that's a word, but I said it now. It's official. It's an official word. And
nice
when it comes to that,
defense. Conflict being that back one homing move, he's using it quite a bit. Catches Kaizur doing the sweep, but then Kaizur combos right back at him.
Double roll, doesn't sidewalk. And doesn't get caught by the sweep, but no punish either. Again, that is a launch punishable hop kick. It goes for the double sweep, and he stayed down, and he paid the price.
Yeah, if you try to get up there, usually you can not get hit by the second hit, and actually sometimes you can punish if you only get hit by the first hit. And you're going
no, not today.
Not getting caught by that low right there. Low pair City.
And the City of Lights is now showing, but Conflict is trying to shut it down. 40 seconds left in the clock. Tries to go for the Cali roll, but to go for the mix. Not this time. Doesn't sidewalk. And that's getting down for one.
He sidestep blocked, but he didn't do it enough to be able to catch the second hit of the Cali roll. But Conflict keeping up the poking, gets a knockdown, and just straight charges in.
And this time straight charges in and adding more to the price and Conflict. Trying to stay above.
One, two, breaks that throw. Yes, sir. And Kaizur is like, I'm going to be back turn. Be afraid. Be very afraid. The Kaizur number 3.
The third to the series, and we'll see what adds more to the horror. And again, Kaizur is now playing this game again. Tries to roll, and the Conflict able to sidewalk out of it. Doesn't like the movie that we're watching. Tries to go for the another one, and Conflict 220.
Round 4.
I definitely would have blocked low there too, because a lot of Lars mains like to do the dynamic entry low in that situation, and Conflict just went immediately for the running 3 mid to not even worry about it. Oh my gosh, he went for that mid. Launch punishable, but we had a little bit of life and a game to play with.
Again, it only takes one. Backswing roll again! The 4th season! We're going to go for the low. Just neutral jump. And again, Kaizur!
This could actually be dead. That's lucky Chloe.
Oh my god. Able to get the whole
Chloe
jump.
has the highest damaging rage art in the game. If she spells out her name correctly, CHLOE finish, she does more damage than any other character in the rage art, and that's how we knew that there was going to be a W there by Kaizur.
Yep, and with the spelling bee comes with an award. And will you be able to put the final sting? Will you become the Hornet instead of the bee? Will the swarm arrive? Kaizur!
Oh yeah, we got the sweetness like the honey out here. Yes, sir. The screw, doesn't want to go for some ridiculous
kick counter
knockdown, and a huge while standing wake up 3.
Kaizur gets the range drive, and Kaizur brings it all the way back with 5 backswings to change up the entire temperature. We've been getting a lot of randomized.
Round 1.
So, here it comes. Both of them got the full stylish carry-ons right now, and tries to get down for one, comes to down 2, tries to get the Thundaga, and nice punish from the back 3-3. Shadow's already trying to get some early call-outs here. Just on the back 3-3, and Shadow's trying to go for another Vanishing Storm, trying to make this all go away. PhiDX having some great defense right now, but Shadow 20z is starting to open them up. Shadow 20z on rage, and tries to go for the Demon Scissors, forward 1+2. 30 seconds left on the clock, and Shadow 20z spends the rage drive early, and PhiDX is playing as calm as he can. Calm before the storm here. Hold on, 20 seconds left on the clock, and again doesn't block the down back 3. Beautiful block, down forward 1-2 to end it off, and PhiDX takes that while the time was winding out. Great job.
Let that one rip on the end of there, but an immediate down forward 2 counter hit to start off the round. Shadow 20z gets the good flip over wall, extra damage right there, but PhiDX is just fighting back, doesn't want to eat any of that. Look at that. In 3 pokes, he was able to take all of the damage that he ate at the beginning of the round for that combo.
And again, Shadow 20z is having a little trouble opening up PhiDX, but this time finds the right success with the toe taps. And PhiDX is on rage, but again, PhiDX definitely also has that X factor in him. Cannot count him out. Just a normal down 3 to end it off. Simple and clean.
Fantastic dash blocking right now, and Shadow 20z trying to use his buttons so sparingly, make it so that he catches him just at the right time. And PhiDX tries to go for that cheeky thing that won him that victory out in the European ICFC. Shadow 20z says, yeah, I've seen you do that before. Run up down 3. I'm gonna go ahead and punish that. Thank you very much. I'll take that round.
Yeah, with the wall standing 1-1, able to clean it off with the magic pixel in his hand. And now Shadow 20z is officially taking the lead and finding out the rhythm of what this playstyle is. Nice block out of the hop kick and punish it with the back 2-1.
Shadow Scissors, one of PhiDX's most used attacks right there. Homing -9, counter hit launcher, so good. Will we get to see him succeed?
Oh, the whip punish!
The whip punish right there off of the Vanishing Storm. But Vanishing Storm, not only is it so good at doing all the other things that it does, but it's got some pretty decent whiff recovery as well.
And now again, Shadow 20z keeping it simple and clean and go for the low with the side step forward and a down back threes. And PhiDX is trying to exchange the favor here with his normal down twos. No down three yet though. And
foreboding with that 2-1 string. PhiDX not wanting to press after because that third hit is a counter hit launcher.
Ooh, no pickup though. Unfortunately, does not get the pickup, and that could have been huge for PhiDX. And now again, trying to play the dash canceling. Doesn't matter how once the smaller, I will still play the movement game on you.
Here we go, double vanishing storm right there. 20 seconds remaining. It's almost shadow time. Oh my god!
Speaking
the genocide cutter just out of nowhere. He's like, "You're gonna dash up on me right now, aren't you?" Bam! Dang, he just called that out. After all of those other sequences where PhiDX just kept dashing up on him and Shadow was like, we can dance, I'll dance, and just like not pressing any buttons, and then him just going, bam, I'm gonna pull the trigger right here. That was wild.
That one button, that one time. Yeah, they definitely dance. They definitely dance, and you know, they got a little bit of dirty dancing, and the Shadow just took him sky high and able to bring him back down. That was sick by those two. I love the movement, how both of them played. That was insane. Usually when we watch PhiDX and Shadow, you know, they love to just try to backdash away from each other. But this time, PhiDX tried to take the initiative. Tried to dash cancel, immediately go for the lows. But Shadow immediately recognized that that's exactly what he's going to try to do. And all it took was the right timing, and it paid off.
Yeah, it's a very different kind of game than we've been seeing all night. Because for the most part, we've been seeing some more like hit level mix-ups. Timing mix-ups have definitely been play in these situations, but spacing we saw so heavily with the dash ups and those just using the dash as your timing mix-ups instead of your buttons. That's what PhiDX and Shadow 20z are so good at doing, and we love to be able to give you the opportunity to see this masterclass.
Yeah, the masterclass it is. The back three, the Vanishing Storm again, 3-for-3. It will do with the blue sparks, adding a little bit of flavor. May I please have some more?
I think that's the highest damage wall ender in the game outside of Paul's Death Fist. It is huge damage if you have Starburst. That little install that Shadow 20z character Claudio gets to have. Really cool thing that they added into this game.
Oh, but the lightning dagger up forward one, able to take my turn back and ended up with an emo man. And a Tandaga to add a little static.
That's
be
so
a little
cool
shock
when
too.
you die to that move, you still stay standing.
Woo!
Oh my gosh, another swagger dagger starter by PhiDX. Almost gets the splat right there. Uncharacteristic of a vet like
there
PhiDX.
We go.
Oh my gosh, that back dash down
for.
forward too.
That's what he loves to do, and that's what we all know him for. Back dash down forward two, and able to go from 85 versus 5. And the Demon Scissors
the Shadow
and PhiDX.
Scissors, getting the timing just right on Shadow 20z, having the backdash buttons, and PhiDX trying to even this back up. Oh, Shadow 20z going for the third hit right there. Thought that maybe this was the time to do it, and Phi's like, nah, I don't really feel like it. I got to round up. I'm good.
Yeah, he's chilling right now. Beautiful punish for the just a 2-2. And this time, no whip punisher with just the down 3. And 2-2 is now coming in clutch. And PhiDX is putting on the pedal. Pressing, keeps it on pressing, tries the dash cancel. And able to success with the space. Sidestep 4. Beautiful block from the emo man. He's got the wall and able to optimize it. Hot kick here with the genocide cutter. And
roll and catches PhiDX trying to duck, and Shadow 20z is now on set point here. PhiDX trying to mount some plus frames into the opportunity to get his counter hits, but Shadow 20z is just not biting. He picks his buttons so well.
Let's try to go. Oh my god! From the wall running 2, able to just have no interaction with just a down 3, able to crush each other off, but this time gets a successful hit.
Ooh, he got a whip punish, but he was still standing afterwards. Great PhiDX block punish, and we are in that 20 seconds remaining zone. Shadow 20z trying to use his jabs in this time like he loves to do, and it is Shadow time now.
Hold on, wait a minute. It might have changed to PhiDX. It might be PhiDX o'clock, and he comes in clutch, and the alarm rings, and PhiDX reminds you that he's still alive.
You know, I really thought that Shadow 20z was going to come back at the end there, but it just wouldn't have been fitting for our final streamed North American Tekken 7 TWT Dojo event if it didn't go to final game and possibly even final round. It's just been so amazing, the play that we've been able to see these veterans of the game tonight, and we have been so thankful that you guys have joined us for it. Man, PhiDX getting that clutch launcher at the end of that game and getting the Okizeme. People say that being against the wall against PhiDX's Noctis is like being up against Yoshimitsu.
Agreed. And I want to point out the fact also that Shadow could have definitely closes that off. That whiff punish, that punish from the down forward 2, able to just go for the Beyblade spin instead of just waiting for a hop kick, that definitely changed everything. That definitely could have been on Shadow's favor. But PhiDX was able to take that that advantage and able to close it out. But now we're going back to Souk. 1-1. Shadow 20z versus Paragon Zone Arcade Shocks Battle Lounge PhiDX.
Yeah, I got excited when I saw Shadow pick Souk again because we get to see this battle again, this battle of the dashing and whatnot. But PhiDX is trying a little bit different. Some micro side steps into button, micro side steps into counter hit attempts, and trying to mix up his timings with those little tiny lateral movements right there. And oh my gosh, the trade.
Oh my god, you even as soon as he said that, he tried to do it again, but able to bait out the parry, and Shadow capitalizes with the rage drive. Well done.
So far away too, but Shadow 20z chose this really long range tool in his rage drive to be able to get huge amounts of damage. Sidestep 4 low parry by PhiDX, and you know, Noctis got some pretty darn good wall carry, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in PhiDX's hand with his dash cancels. Absolutely. Goes for the low spear. Tries to bait it out. And the shield bash finally able to work out and gets the wall splat. PhiDX. Here comes the resplat. No, not yet. Spends the Beyblade spin. Doesn't duck. Okay.
No longer has Starburst, so he
no
can't
duck
get
there
that
either.
Low situation. Uses the rage drive. Couple of lows. Keeps the pressure going.
Oh, there's a punish! And the back 3, unfortunately, PhiDX didn't capitalize on those punishments.
Yeah, and actually the back 3 does track pretty darn well in those situations. Oh my gosh, these instant running 2s that Shadow 20z is doing now. Once you see it hit you one time, you're going to be ducking for the rest of the game.
Yeah, PhiDX is flustered now, especially with the Vanishing Storm, and your life just vanishes away. I love Ricktharular's Law. I love it. It's like
yes, it's been a long time since we've seen the Law. He's been using Bob a lot more, and was even using Bob heavily out in like season 1 of this game. And Bob got a lot of buffs, but recently got a nerf into the belly bump high. That happens a lot, but Law pretty much stayed the same other than his legend kick getting a wall stun ability. Oh my goodness, speaking of wall stun, you better get stunned with your back on that wall, with that magic 4 to get that opening gambit by Ricktharular.
Yeah, opening gambit, able to get the royal flush immediately, taking half health from that magic 4 all the way to the wall, and beautiful break as well by Rick coming from Joonya. Another block from the down forward 3. It's a great showing of defense by Ricktharular here. That's what you said earlier. It's like that playing the god stance. He's just standing there, just waiting for Joonya to make mistakes. Doesn't matter what range you are.
Yeah, it took him 30 seconds to take any damage in this round. Harrier grab right there. Joonya trying to go for some of these Harrier mix-ups, but nothing is really getting some huge traction until that magic 4 right there. But while standing 1-2 punishes Ricktharular with his back to the wall. 9 seconds remaining.
Yep, 5 seconds. Joonya's got to do something. The while standing 3-3, but I don't think he can do anything. Wait a minute.
Oh my gosh, that was so spicy. that last hit level mix up at the end of that round after the full crouch sweep into another one. Joonya 20z risked it all on that, and Ricktharular staying so solid. Trying to forebode with that magic forward here, and now the slide possibilities. He might not even do the slide even in the whole game, but now you're thinking about it. You're definitely thinking about it now. Yeah,
once you think about it, it doesn't leave your mind, but Joonya 20z reminds you that who Rick's going against. Top 8 CEO 2282. It goes for the hop kick, and now Joonya 20z all the way to the wall, but beautiful parry. Ricktharular tells me to get off me.
Fantastic timing right there. Another magic 4 attempt. Joonya 20z catches Ricktharular out the air with a flow and just steps on the toes a little bit. Maybe if he was wearing something a little bit more traction, you could have kept the rest of your life. There we go. Joonya 20z gets a magic 4 combo of his own. Gets the fantastic wall damage and the excellent flip over for extra.
Yep, tries to go for the G-Clef cannon with the 1-1-1, and Joonya 20z is looking super clean here, but Ricktharular reminded me that he still got the parry on deck. And now
another down forward one, catching Joonya 20z, trying to step. Joonya 20z going with 3-3-3, but huge right uppercut from Ricktharular, caps him on the wall, and gets that round heftily.
Another right uppercut to start things off. Ricktharular has been starting off with launchers every single one, and all of them has been a safe flight. And now Joonya 20z is trying to answer back, and Ricktharular is still trying to keep it tried and true with all the launchers here. Ricktharular.
2-3 string to kind of make Joonya back himself out of the wall positioning, but Joonya 20z doesn't really want to give any of that positioning. That move usually has some really good pushback on it too, even if it doesn't hit, so that was going to be able to get Ricktharular out of the wall, and it has succeeded with a hit. Hammer of the Gods, trying to see what Joonya 20z wants to do when it comes to movement and get some data acquisition.
Yeah, it's also trying to get that counter hit as well from Hammer of the Gods. But Joonya 20z able to sidestep, gets the low, and trying to even up the score here. But beautiful block from the down forward 3 is now 10 seconds left on the clock, but here comes the float, and Joonya 20z tying it all up.
We are seeing some great conversions out here from both players. Joonya 20z starting with the down forward one of their own, while standing 1-2 punishes on that full crouch low. I believe it is launch punishable. We got to be careful on those when we are doing them. Touching the toes. Look at that. Joonya 20z got some crouches of his own.
Able to grab out of the 3+4, and now 35 seconds left the clock. Just down 3-3. The scissors kick. Able to show that you're nothing but paper.
Okay.
Beautiful right uppercut. Another call out by
20z dashing in. Look at this spacing. Look at the wall combo. Not quite getting all of it. That down back 3+4 move. Getting that huge knockback. Oh my gosh, the 10 hit didn't hit.
God. Joonya tried to do the unthinkable and do a snake edge, but Ricktharular already had that prediction in hand.
My man Ricktharular, he may be a family man now. He may have got a couple of years on him, but those years has not unsharpened his blade. Their experience, they are those opportunities to make sure that those graphics, those tells, those little tiny inklings of a snake edge are always going to be eked out. And yes, Joonya 20z paid a terrible price for it, losing that first game. Spirit, that was only the first game.
That was the first game, yes. Why was it so? It was back and forth. Why was it? Because they're that damn good.
Their defense is so good. Specifically, Ricktharular's defense was being so well read through all of the hit level mix-ups that we saw, just blocking almost all of those sweeps right when he needed them, not really having too many issues with the what is this?
Tony.
I've never seen a Joonya 20z Kazumi.
What is that?
It's a good character, certainly. Kazumi has never been a bad character in Tekken 7.
Is he trying to play the Ricktharular playstyle with his Kazumi? Because right now, he's definitely getting Ricktharular right now with the down forward 2 start.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And we're on the infinite stage as well. Kazumi does really well with the wall to her front. and we shall see how Rick feels about playing this old man style of infinite Tekken.
Yeah, it tries to go to the down forward one, sides to the down forward one, and Ricktharular again has one of the definitely one of the more reliable down forward too. So Joonya better be careful with the side steps.
Look, it's 25 seconds left, and there's not even half a health bar left between, or taken between the two players right here. They're playing so incredibly safe. All of this spacing. Joonya 20z not trying to take any situations that he doesn't know are his. Ooh, nice knockdown, but didn't get the guaranteed damage off the end of it. 8 seconds remaining.
Oh, 8 seconds remaining, and the time just winded down so fast with getting the counter hit of the forward 3+4, and Joonya is looking really rough here, but not out yet. We still believe in Joonya here with the Kazumi.
Finishes that round.
There's a reason why.
Flips it good. Oh my gosh. Using these down forward twos, he's going so well. Low parries in the beginning of the round to get a huge advantage on this long style of Tekken that they're playing here. They're definitely playing extremely patient.
Yeah, beautiful sidestep going for the knockdown. This time Joonya doesn't go for the whole extension, and Joonya has the lead here. Jab with the magic 4, and this time instead of getting the rabbit out of the hat, gets the round. Great job by Joonya.
Absolutely, pull out that hat trick there with that magic 4 and got that round. We are now tied up here in round count, trying to see if Joonya 20z wants to do a sidestep button, and exactly they did. That long active attack was able to catch Joonya 20z mid-E.
Whoa! The Joonya tried to down forward 2 into infinity and beyond, but the dreams were pretty much hacked by Ricktharular and getting that beautiful whip punish here. And another low parry by Ricktharular and taking it to set point.
Yeah, speaking of dreams hacked, absolutely in Joonya's head right now. Every time Joonya wants to throw a low, Rick is just ready for it. And Joonya's like, you know what, maybe I don't want to throw lows anymore. Maybe I just want to throw some jabs. Maybe throw you a couple of times. Take a little bit of that extra damage, and then the lows come later. I know you wanted to duck.
All right, there we go.
That axe kick.
An axe chops you down. Here we go. Joonya bringing it back to final round again. Will you able to close it out and survive? Beautiful jab out, but doesn't get the combo.
Yeah, it was so far away to be able to get something. They got literally just a jab, and now because they tried to get the conversion, they lost the momentum that they could have had. Magic 4 gonna get a huge combo, but doesn't get the legend kick finisher.
Again, tries to go for the 1-1 down jab, but this time the Ricktharular doesn't be so phased about it. 30 seconds left in the clock, and Joonya has a rage drive and a dream. Are you able to make it through? Forward 2.
That running 2 blocks the stomp, and we do the 1-1-2 Mishima, but doesn't launch. The back 2 catches very long range when you're trying to backdash or maybe low parry the randoms. We've seen them so many times today already.
But now, doesn't matter because again, we get to see another brawl in such a short amount of stage, and JoeCrush able to just expose the legs immediately. Paragon zone.
Ooh, nice right there. That's one of the characters that can punish Bryan's 3+4 on block. JoeCrush using the forward 2 gets a huge homing attack, which puts him on the wall. Oh man, the Fisherman Slam didn't land.
But the orbital does, and we're already out of this world. Okay, hold on. We're gonna start it off here. It gets all the way to the wall. Tie again. Bryan with rage is so dangerous, but spends it. Nice block out of down back 1. And 1-2 down 3. And Ty able to bring it all back. Hold on. Beautiful block, but that's able to finish.
Right when he needed it under the down 3-2. They both want that spot. Oh my gosh. Right there.
My God.
I actually caught JoeCrush out of an Atlas hammer in the middle there. JoeCrush, again, trying to really play heavy with his reads like we were saying earlier. And my gosh, these guys are swinging.
Oh, beautiful jackhammer, and we're gonna plant the seed here. Feeling that we already came as Romans. What a beautiful tree with the broken statues. 1. We're gonna start it off there. We're gonna start it off there. We gotta count it off.
Okay, mock kick. Doesn't get the counter hit, but that's okay. I think he was going for the quarter circle forward 1+2. Yowza, that trade cut like a blade. Wow.
and just like out of the world, the underworld, the Hades. JoeCrush is definitely playing that evil arc. The mental manipulation is starting already.
JoeCrush using the jackhammer to try to keep Ty back to the wall, but Ty not having any of that. Using the down 4-2 to try to catch JoeCrush stepping. We're in the range 2. No, we're not. We're in the jackhammer situation.
Spring kick.
Spring kick. Definitely a tough situation choice to make right there.
The orbital was just a little bit off in the neutral stage, but was not able to get the down back 1, and the sidestep was able to catch him with
Nice 2 jab right there to catch Ty moving. 2 jab from Jack is super important. Catches some stepping to the side that you want to be moving away from Jack's down back 1, and then you have the quickness of it that gives you a lot of pressure on because you've got another string involved. And during all of that, oh my gosh, JoeCrush gets hit by some counter hit, huge damage into the taunt unblockable setup.
And just like that, we are now back to final round of the first match of this winner's side top 8. 4-2-1, hash it. I'm gonna try to get it off with the wall standing 3, and goes for the sweep. JoeCrush looking really solid here. No whip punish. Ty having a lot of trouble again. Spends the rage driver, but JoeCrush ignores it and takes it with a knee slap.
He hadn't used those full crouch attacks that he was using there, the full crouch down 4-1-1, the full crouch down 4-1-2s for quite a while until that very last round. And then he was just like, I'm gonna do all of them. Catches Bryan trying to step or move or duck with the wall standing 2 at the end. One of Jack's best tools, that wall standing 2. Catches the way that you want to be stepping against Jack and catches you trying to low parry or duck. And we were seeing both of these players be so aggressive. It was very different than we saw Joonya 20z versus PhiDX and Joonya versus Rick, where they were playing out the clock most of the time. These guys were just going for it and just trying to catch the other one, flipping in. They both do play that very aggressive style so often.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it. It's like they're just so in your face all the time. Like at the same time, with being in your face, both players show a lot of respect with each other and know how to restrain their actions. So that's how these players just become. Their wisdom just keeps getting bigger and bigger as soon as, you know, they keep on playing. And the fact that they're already becoming like one of the top players for North America, there's just a lot more to prove. All right,
Got a little bit of thinking going on here.
Ty has been playing out of his mind, and every time he picks up this stage, he just loves the vibe and the music. And let me tell you, when the beat drops, people get dropped. No context though. Still trying to go for the Northern Cross counter hit. 1-2, that for 1-2, and JoeCrush is still playing the same. Oof. Nice.
Oh man, that jackhammer right there. Keeping Ty locked down, but he just does not want to sit still. Forward 3, trying to catch him, but JoeCrush runs with a homing attack. Hatchet kick totally whiffing. Oh my god, what a quick attack right there from JoeCrush, keeping everything nice and compact. Ty with the down 2-3, it absolutely gets that counter hit property and gets the wall. Down forward 1s, hatchet kick, forward 3, catches him with a low, down forward 2-1, jackhammer into the C planter, sidestep 2, more jackhammers. Ty still trying to stay active, still trying to keep JoeCrush off of him with the jab attacks.
Yep, and able to try to get out of there, and Ty's trying to get that Northern Cross counter hit just to try to get off him. But Ty is having so much trouble still being so oppressive, and JoeCrush immediately answers back and is already on set point. Joe is so
jab into the down back 1. Once again, oh man, nice sidestep to be able to not get slapped by the down forward 2 uppercut. Ty trying to use that move.
There we go.
To be able to get where he needs to go in this jacket matchup.
Yeah, tries to get to the wall, but a little bit off short. Hatchet kick doesn't connect with the low off the ground. Mac punch doesn't get the wall, tries to get the taunt with the back four. Whew, that's a whip punish right there. And the soccer kick. It goes for the mid. Nice break out of there. And Tai stays alive.
Round 4. Fight.
The down forward 2 again. He's really using that down forward 2 a lot in the mid-range against JoeCrush here. Jabs, a little bit of lows, and he really is backdashing quite a bit to not be getting caught by any of these down back ones that is stopping Tai's momentum.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Tai is immediately trying to get that slash kick, but does get the Northern Cross and goes under the wall and gets another combo. Back one, putting on the plus frame so much. Sidesteps trying to work out, and hatchets out a perfect. And Tai staying alive.
Nice down 4, and here we go. JoeCrush going into the high power mode. All of these interactions into immediate timing situations. Ooh, Tai doesn't get the counter hit. He really wanted it though. Hatchet kicks, jabs. Ooh, nice throw attempt by Joe.
Beautiful parry. Noticing how he's finished at the second string, but that's kicked up by the swings and gets caught with the launcher. This could be catastrophic for Tai. Able to get a kill? No. Able to stop? No punish? Spends the race drive. 30 seconds.
Oh.
Slash kick again. And the generic down
the
four.
3+4, but JoeCrush was not taking any of those plus frame situations.
And gratitude on winners round 1. So there's gonna be some revenge and gratitude looking for. But back to the match, we also forgot that Shadow 20z has been playing the Alisa on the side, and this time Shadow's still bringing her out.
Well, why would that be? We'll talk about that later. What a low parry right there to start it off from Shadow 20z, or sorry, from Ricktharular. Shadow does not want to stay with their back to the wall. When you have that situation where Law has your back to the wall, DSS is a huge problem. So Shadow is just like, yeah, I'm just going to get a little sidestep, and look at that. 10 seconds later, Rick's got his back.
Yeah, and Shadow 20z has no problem utilizing his movement, especially with how Alisa's backdashing. It's just phenomenal. But tries to go for the shoe shine, and Ricktharular able to block it all out.
Huge damage from that counter hit hammer of the gods in the end there. Nice side walking. Alisa, one of the best lateral movement characters in the game.
Push.
Oh my gosh. 8 seconds in. That is a 10-second perfect that you just had right there from Shadow 20z.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the non-binaries, welcome to Winner's Side Top 8. Well, these players are brawling it out, showing everything what they got. Shadow 20z is looking stronger than ever, man. I cannot count Ricktharular.
Second hit of the low high string. You can definitely tell that Shadow is well versed in these matchups. After playing Rip so many times back in Tekken Tag 2, nice down forward 2 for Ricktharular yet again, keeping it with his momentum intact. He drops the combo, gets another combo pickup into a full wall.
Yo, Ricktharular is putting on a show right now. Trying to go over the wall again with the wall standing for Ricktharular's on match point here. We can win against Alisa. Very, very confident here. Shadow 20z definitely had a lot of dominant figure, but you can definitely tell that Shadow's having quite the trouble trying to take the turn back, as Ricktharular's getting a lot of magic force and trying to get a capital punishment here. Ooh, beautiful instant.
Again, he's using that crouch dash, and it's like, okay, I know you want to press something here. He hasn't even shown us a slide one time this evening in the 4 games that we've seen from him. Nice homing attack right there by Shadow 20z. Yes, using that full crouch attack is gonna be super important when you are dealing with the hit level mix-ups that Shadow 20z wants in this situation.
Yeah, Dragon Hammer twice, and just go for the normal down 4 here. And Shadow 20z is just he has a great life lead, so he's gonna back away. Ricktharular's trying to catch up with another Dragon Hammer.
It's 11 seconds left. He goes with the Legend Kick as an approach tool to get the pressure on while standing for DSS. Extra damage. 3 seconds remaining. You're working against Alisa, one of the best backdashers in the game, and Shadow thought, yeah, I bet he's going to try to come up on me. Let me interrupt that opportunity for him to dash up and get him some even more less damage against me.
Yeah, and Shadow was able to build up the perfect wall like a carpenter, just using the right amount of tools just to build up that defense and able to close it out. And Shadow 20z is officially taking the lead here on Lifeform. Shadow 20z, how are you gonna try to close this out though? You're gonna play the time game, play the movement. You're gonna take the life out. Oh my god, the pressure with the rocket punch. Here comes the parry, and Ricktharular. And unfortunately, sidewall saves lives here. Shadow 20z able to call out the parry and sends out the rocket punch to get the first round of this match.
Yeah, so that rocket punch, remind me, Spirit, is that rocket punch, is that a wall running input?
No, not that one. Forward.
But it's forward. Okay, but it's forward 2, right? And that's very similar to Claudio's running 2, right? And they both got that property where they're gonna give you that wall stun at the wall, and it's one of those things that you just have to hold nowadays in patch 5. We are seeing how often, or how not often, or how rarely rather, the higher level players use it, and it seems like they're really only using it in those really tense situations where the pressure is always building, which I think is a really good idea. It's that kind of, the mental stack is building, and you are playing not on the hit level or the timing level, but you're playing on the mental pressure that you're putting on against the opponent, and making them you're preying on it. You're making them really deal with it now, even though they're already sitting there like, oh, I gotta be careful, and then bang, that gets blocked, and you're like, oh wow, this is even worse.
Yeah, and it's just like, I know exactly what you're going to do, right? Again, with Alisa, Shadow 20z, Cuddlecore, training buddies, so we know how, how Shadow was able to be influenced by picking up this character, right? But the playstyle is so different that Shadow 20z, I feel like he's like combining these playstyles just like Cuddles, but at the same time is playing just like Obscura, especially with how he's prioritizing the movement.
You look at that homing move that he's using at the wall there. He's almost using it just like Claudio's back one, right? Trying to catch him, trying to catch Ricktharular stepping. And yeah, you're totally right. He's definitely mixing the Claudio play style with this. Yo, gets the back four counter hit. It could have been a whip punch, but Ricktharular decided that he wanted to press the button right there instead.
And another homing move. Think of it as your own vanishing storm, but this one is the hurricane that's coming in, a mechanical kind as well. Shadow 20z is looking super strong with this Alisa, man. Beautiful pair. Ricktharular has been working this parries left and right.
Yeah, Shadow 20z picking some really interesting tools here when he gets hit. He got hit by a full crouch and then went in for some sweeps, and look at him not really wanting to use the destruction stance, but another parry from Ricktharular into some knockdown. Shadow's got some work cut out for him to get this comeback.
Yep, and Shadow can definitely bring it back, but Ricktharular is really not trying to optimize on that rage, right? So one hit can definitely do it. Side doesn't fully commit on the sidewalk. Shoe Shines comes in. And Shadow 20z got 15 seconds left to work with. Tries to go for the Shadow Punch. Up 3, spends Rage Drive.
Over, sees what Shadow is trying to do. Goes for a down forward 2. 7 seconds remaining. Ricktharular maybe not going to spend the Rage Drive. Who knows?
But it
makes the Dragon Hammer whiff.
Oh my god. Beautiful awareness by Shadow 20z. Knowing that Ricktharular was gonna double it down on the law, but Ricktharular putting in the law for that Magic 4 and trying to stay alive here on this potential last round.
Running 2, catches him. The wall is already gone here, so we have to see what Ricktharular is gonna do to be able to get himself out. There's not a corner directly behind him, but Shadow definitely has the advantage. Look at Shadow trying to make Rick think that he has the opportunity to come in. Silly ruler.
Tricks are for kids, man. You better stay away. Hold up. 25 seconds left on the clock, and Shadow 20z is still playing that spacing game. And look how many moves are actually whipping. Shadow 20z thinking that he was going to go for a slide and try to call it out. But this time, one slide. That very first one. And I got to slide on my own, and Shoe Shine denies, and I'll shine them on my own.
Shadow 20z giving Ricktharular another chance at victory. There we go with these little pokes after the toe taps. So good for keeping those plus frames and keeping the advantage. But shout out 20z, catching him, sidestepping, hop kick into some wall. Yes, doesn't get the last part of the wall ender though.
Yeah, Ricktharular noticing the destructions that you can't really block low out of that. And shout out 20z, able to chop it down and able to move on to winner's final.
Fear was able to beat Justin Iglesias, and Gratitude was able to beat Kaizur to get to the loser side top 8. That match played off stream, and Fear was able to take it 2-0, probably from some of the knowledge that they got from doing some of the NYC Tekken. And this is going to be our first loser side match. Yoj versus PhiDX, they play each other in these online brackets all the time. Surely we're going to see some nuanced chess between these masters.
Yeah, absolutely. And with Yoj still picking up the Joonya. Joonya was able to get some really significant nerfs, but still have her to be such a strong character. That is a whip punish and a half, and Yoj will love to take one.
PhiDX throwing that down forward 2 so soon. Granted, you know, when you think you have it, you think you have it, and you let it rip.
Ooh,
but
party
definitely
crasher.
got to make sure that it runs in the correct time period. Nice counter hit right there by Yoj, and gets the maximum damage on that fantastic combo.
Yeah, Windroll is working its magic right now. Down forward 1, gets caught ducking, gets the 4-4-3 follow-up as well, and the forward 1 more time.
4-4-3 is really hard of a follow-up after getting the down forward 1 hit on crouch, and Yoj again showing you he is a master of this character, and execution is his middle name.
Yeah, and Yoj again has multiple experience with other characters. They're able to transfer those skills, especially to Joonya, but this Joonya specialist is one like no other.
Nice swagger dagger there by PhiDX, putting the dagger right in the throat, and some of the most dastardly Oki in the game right here in that final situation. Goes for the roll into the sword.
Oh my god, the 4-3-3 able to catch itself again, but goes for this wind roll, but oh my god, the lashing arrow able to duck over the forward 2, and Yoj puts on the rage art and makes a painting out of him.
Oh, I really like it when it does that KO and it just like splashes after the rage art, kind of like when they do with rage drives and they have that really unique angle to the finisher. Really nice touch, Tekken devs, really nice touch. Yoj was able to capitalize so well on every situation, and both of these players are really well known for that. They're really well known for being able to convert and capitalize maximally on every situation, and it went so fast, but we definitely saw how compact that Yoj can play, and how much, again, he can capitalize on his conversions.
Yeah, and that was absolutely an exhibition for Yoj's end, right? Because every single way that Yoj had found to find an opening for against PhiDX, he found a way. I'm gonna take a name out of the book. That was some can opener from Yoj. But PhiDX, we got the infinite Azure there, but we did not get the infinite power-up, so therefore PhiDX is gonna pick his stage, another infinite. We got some ice in his veins when it comes to this Arctic snowfall.
He has been picking different stages recently, trying to work on his smaller game, but you know, he just did an infinite stage pick against Yoj and says, you know what, we could go to my infinite stage.
Yeah.
You clearly don't seem like you're built for the cold with those shorts out here, girl, so maybe we can deal some extra cold damage with these combos.
Yo, double swagger dagger to take away all the health, and Yoj is officially on rage. One combo can definitely even things up. 30 seconds left on the clock, and no cigar there with the 4-3 grab, but bow and arrow is doing so much work. Down forward 1-2 to deny that wind roll. Take the wind out of it.
Every one of those bow and arrows has been hitting PhiDX so far, and it has just done so well. Those instant full crouch situations that Yoj puts themselves in, going so well. But now look at all of these combos that PhiDX keeps getting, and again, the Okizeme is very tough to deal with.
Yep, And PhiDX, trying to exploit that Yosh was trying to go for the bow and arrow, trying to go for that overhead, but not this time. Yosh is trying to stay clear, but the forward 2 able to get that strike. X marks the spot.
Yosh coming in, just let it rip. Oh, tried for the twin piston, the twisting arrow cannon. It is not gonna work out for you though, and another huge chunk of damage eaten there by a punish. Yosh really thought that he had it, but PhiDX was ready with it, with that block.
Yeah, the forward 1 is coming in clutch, but the swagger dagger, the down 2, PhiDX able to close that one out with the 3-0 right back.
What do you think was what did it for PhiDX there? Like, what changed?
PhiDX did not play scared. That's literally it. PhiDX played a little bit scared. He was kind of moving just back and forth, right? But Yosh was still just able to just catch him off, especially with win roll. But PhiDX able to prioritize upward 1 a lot. That's what really killed Yosh. That's it.
Yeah. Definitely, and he was getting so many counter hits off of that, and when that happens, you know, huge damage on the infinite stage for Noctis, and then the Okizeme, he didn't really get lots and lots of, you know, this into that, into this, into that situations. It was just combo, couple of interactions, huge combo again. And it wasn't really a poking game in that game, in the first game either. So they're both just really getting great opportunities to take their damage and run with it.
Here I come.
Speaking of taking your damage and run, Howard has stayed a great stage for both characters, getting that opportunity to break walls. Maybe we'll see the cherry blossoms, maybe we won't. We shall see.
We better. One of them will blossom through the victory for sure. But Yosh able to limit out the walls here. And goes for the armor, tries to get the wall spent. Unfortunately, the spacing, and gets the G-Clef cannon. And we're able to close this one out. Yosh just be taking back the lead.
Yosh like running up and saying, oh, I could have done some more damage to you. Just in case you were wondering. Like, the Herodic Air wasn't what did it.
Yeah,
okay,
no.
Coming up and doing those full crouch dagger. One of the things that's so hard to deal with PhiDX is that he's got those swords that are not parryable. Yosh got a huge win roll combo in the middle of that though.
PhiDX was challenging the win roll. Here comes Yosh, especially Joonya against the wall, but beautiful natural sting counter hit, and PhiDX should be able to close this one out.
Okay. That 3-hit combo, right? 3-hit, counter hit, natural string was able to get that sidewall splat. PhiDX sidestepped, realigned, got every piece of damage he could out of that, and took probably close to 60 to 65% off of Yosh. Really stole the momentum back into his own favor.
For sure, and now PhiDX is still able to keep his foundation strong. Party Crasher trying to come in, but the jab denies it. Bow and arrow once again. Forward 3-4. Doesn't do it. And nice break out of the Mad Axe. Bow and arrow again, all the way to the wall. Doesn't get 4-3.
Does indeed track to that opposite direction. 1-2-2. Oh, wow. Stuff, the blue stuff. Yosh just not letting up on this pressure at all.
Oh, I love it. Yosh trying to put on the pressure for the Magic 4, but PhiDX able to call it out with the down forward 2. And PhiDX has taken away half health immediately. But here comes the Shredder kicks. Joonya, you know how the wall distance has gone away with this character, but Yosh wants to keep it all simple and clean, keeping the wall intact.
With the tropical fish situations, we haven't seen him use the 3rd and 4th hits of the strings yet. We shall see. Yosh gets a huge wall break here though, and another wall to the back. Oh, it broke. Yes, look at all of that damage. Stomp on him.
And by God, and with the win roll 3, you stomp on him and take your ankles. And Yosh says goodbye to PhiDX's dreams in this top 8.
Now, 3 different characters from Shadow 20z. We're seeing now Zafina, which again, choosing a high mobility option, but this is a more familiar high mobility option. Zafina is a character that Shadow has used lots of times in bracket. And so you definitely want to be very knowledgeable about your options versus Jack. And Shadow 20z has played versus Anakin for so many times over so many years now that you know that he's very well versed in this matchup.
Absolutely, and Shadow 20z able to exploit that movement and able to get that whip punish, but JoeCrush able to get the shotgun out of it, but due to the fact that it was so much in tip range, able to get it, but the wall jump and gets the full combo as well. JoeCrush has been using that so much lately.
Yeah, he's been really capitalizing. You don't think that you're gonna get wall jumped on by Jack, but it happens. Here you go, 1+2 4 string. He presses. No, he doesn't.
No, he didn't. He definitely.
Shadow 20z, he's just so good at knowing when Joe wants to try to steal the turn from him.
Dude, I definitely look like that Shadow definitely press, but man, loops are just so deceiving when it comes to Zafina. Gets the axe kick. Here comes the counter hit, and Shadow 20z putting on the damage. Output 444 wall splat.
On that wall right there, and gets the side wall. Side wall saves lives, but if you're gonna tech roll, you better try to guess correctly. Shadow 20z, nice sidestep on that 2 jab at the very beginning of the match. Down forward 1. Wall standing 1 is blocked. JoeCrush is throwing some serious high risk options out here, and Shadow 20z is just catching all of it.
The timing right now by Shadow is so on point. Able to block out so much, able to sidestep, and able to evade almost everything that JoeCrush is able to jack out. Nice break out of the generic grab, but here comes the jackhammer. JoeCrush, another jackhammer.
Another jackhammer. If they
another one.
The wall, they would have even gotten a wall splat on that. Didn't happen in those situations, but JoeCrush is using that as the win condition.
Yep.
Step 1, get opponents back to wall. Step 2, question mark. Step 3, kill.
Profit. Either way, but Shadow able to get another counter. Jackhammer again. No dog out of the wall standing 1-2, but gets the wall jump, and we say goodbye. And Shadow 20z takes the first game in convincing fashion.
Shadow did a really great job of sidestepping in those early situations of the round to catch Joe trying to get those, the 2 jab, was able to low parry the down back 1 when he really thought that it was coming, and just, what can we say? He is capitalizing on the strength of this character, and that wall damage, oh my gosh, with a down forward 1 string to finish it, it's always so consistent too. I think that Shadow really has a great tool with this Zafina pick, because we've talked about for a long time how top tier this character's movement is, not to mention she's got some pretty decent matchup knowledge level that you have to go through. It's not like dealing with any other character like Claudio where there's a really limited move list. She's got tons and tons of things that you have to worry about. So for him having that Zafina on in the holster ready to go, and at the level that he plays her, why do anything else sometimes? I think. Sometimes I think, why does he even play Claudio that he has this character?
Yeah, why does that matter, right? It's like, but the fact is that Shadow has been such a Zafina loyalist ever since he picked up Tekken Tag 2. So the fact that, it's not just because it's happened in holster, because that's his character. You know how crazy it is to have your own character be like a top tier, a high damage output, high evasive, and it just perfectly fits your style.
And a lot of people didn't even like Zafina in Tag 2.
Round 1.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And Tekken 6 as well, she wasn't that overhyped either. Oh my god, I thought 1.
Honestly, that was the best case scenario for Shadow to get that knockdown trade. Because normally, if you trade with Jackhammer, you get a full launch out of it. Oh my gosh, nice use of that string by Shadow 20z, trying to test the waters right there, but JoeCrush blocking and getting the situation handled. Look at all of this damage that's happening. This is not the slow-paced play that we've been seeing from Shadow 20z so far. We are seeing some heavy swings coming. JoeCrush using the 3rd hit of the 2-1-2 string? Who never does that? That's crazy.
Oh my god, speaking of never things doing, Shadow 20z able to give out the huge knee launcher to end it off right there. usually you see Shadow throwing out the Hail Mary moves out like the last rounds, but at the first round, insane.
Nice debug at the end there. Oh my gosh, this is not even final round situation here, and we're throwing snake edges.
Shadow 20z throwing out the shenanigans straight on early. Jackhammer to Seed Planter once again, and usually trying to capitalize the Jackhammer here, but again, Shadow 20z can immediately call that out with Zafina's movement. Goes for the low again.
Starts with the low, blocks the wall standing too, which is a safe launcher. She needs it. Shadow 20z gets slapped heavy by JoeCrush's poking game, and he's not gonna stop. Wall standing 2 trying to catch you stepping. JoeCrush down back 1. He's doing so much work, but a fantastic backdash from Shadow 20z again, using that top tier movement that Zafina has.
Yep, it's just a backdash. Unfortunately, it won't be able to backdash away from that though. But beautiful blocks from the generic down 4 here. And Shadow 20z can immediately take this back. 30 seconds left in the clock as Def also has a Rage Drive on deck. Spends it and puts on back to neutral and tries to guess here. 4-4-3 goes for the Axate, no counter hit though. And goes for the low. He continues to do so. Slides all the way, but doesn't switch positions. 20 seconds left in the clock, and JoeCrush able to say, "Get off me from far away." Social distance.
Sidestep 2 call out. It was from so far away, but he just knew that Shadow 20z was going to come up on him. 5 seconds in, and Joe's taking a lot of damage from just a couple of pokes, but low parry because he knew that Shadow was trying to play at that high interaction timing, immediate timing situation. Ooh. Yo, just got under the debug too. The mid, that was a mid that just got crushed right there. Sidestep into the Tarantula stance did so much for Shadow.
Tries to go for the Atlas Hammer, but no cigar. No punish either. Tries to go for the chop. And here comes the plus frames. That's going to be continuous for JoeCrush. Got a Pixel, a comeback, a Dream. Not so much. 20 seconds left on the clock. And Shadow 20z is just waiting patiently. And he gets the back 1+2.
JoeCrush trying to go for that. He did catch him with the 5th hit of the windmill one time. Got Twitter clip. Shadow 20z says, "Not today. I'm finna backdash on you, homie." 4-4-3 putting on a couple of the plus frames. JoeCrush trying to run up and get some down back ones from the full crouch, but Shadow is just doing so well with these backdashes.
Yeah, he's definitely calling those out. The back 1+2, back 1+2 over and over and over again with the tip range as well. And look at how much he was able to chip out. But JoeCrush able to have a Shadow talk to the hand real quick. One and the Jackhammer.
Jackhammer, what an interesting sequence right there. 20 seconds remaining. Shadow 20z takes a little bit of damage off with the Jazz hands, but you've got 18 seconds to take all the life. It's Shadow time.
Got 10 seconds left, and a Dream, and spins, backdashes away and spins the Rage Drive. Shadow time is in full effect now, and is clocking down, and we're able to clock out and delays it, and Shadow takes it back from the brink and stays alive and extends the lead. That was insane.
Bro, so the Rage Drive happened, right? And it happened at like the 13-second mark, but the animation of the Rage Drive takes so long, it didn't actually let him continue the combo until there was only 9 seconds left. And it was like, yo, he might run out of time before the combo even happens. And then before the combo ends, and I was like, oh man, he's probably not gonna get the damage that he needs to get the dub. But just like we said before, huge damage that you get from this character. And against the big boys as well, it gives you even more possibilities for damage with that down forward 1 string from Zafina. And honestly, I really didn't think it was going to kill until the very last hit right there. And I was like, yo, there's really like just this much damage left. And it was Shadow time. It was exactly Shadow time.
You called it, man. Daily reminder, guys, it's always Shadow o'clock. Daily reminder. But it's not over yet for Joe, but it's gonna be one hell of a mountain to climb. But he's done it before. We're still sticking with the Jack, though. We're still sticking with the Jack. We're gonna go Jungle Outpost. We're gonna have some soundtrack power up, as majority of you guys will also do.
Update from the losers bracket side. Ricktharular defeats Fear of Silence 2-1. And so we will see after this match Ricktharular versus JoeCrush for our losers semifinals to see who's going to try to make it in the top 3 versus the loser of the match that we're in right now.
Yeah.
Shadow
Yosh.
20z versus Joe just went super seesaw. One in one direction, the other in the other, and Shadow 20z still getting the game in that second one and up 2 games to nothing.
Yeah, and it was super close, right? And Shadow 20z just find the right amount of spacing and punishment, and just like that, he's trying to keep it the same, and the down forward 1-4 getting the wall split, and Shadow 20z is extending his lead.
Yeah, Joe really thought that Shadow was going to try to duck after getting hit by 1 toe tap. And Shadow's like, bro, I have so much health. I really don't think that I'm going to need to duck here. Was able to get the punish. Oh my gosh. That is a Season 5 quote-unquote change right there. Oh, the amount of damage. And the wall splat from all the way over there. Wow.
From downtown to the other side of the city. But beautiful sidewalk from Shadow 20z. But unfortunately, you gotta stay down there. JoeCrush, what a beautiful combo to exhibit Dreamhack Beyond. Beautiful pickup by JoeCrush. And here it comes, are we gonna break the wall? Yes, we are.
So crazy that it picks you up to be able to splat you through the wall after getting all of those toe taps. Huge damage right here from that Punisher. Oh my gosh, he even did the last hit of the string.
JoeCrush is not being prepared. It's just like he's expecting Shadow to stop it off, but Shadow is like, let me throw these out a couple times, and he's been in successful rate. I feel like there's been 100% success rate as of late. 20 seconds left in the clock.
Backdashing and using the movement of the character, but Joe just keeps pushing on this pressure. Trying for the sidestep too, but Shadow 20z with punishes very delicately, and Joe is now on survival point.
Yeah, expertly Shadow is just moving away and getting these whiff punishes like the free buffet. And right now another sidestep too. Shadow 20z is taking those things so sweet, so spicy. And Shadow 20z is aiming for the lows, and JoeCrush is on rage and a magic pixel, but a dream will not happen as Shadow 20z takes it 3-0 and moves it to winner's side grand finals. Second 5, so he can definitely see what he can send us, especially going against the law. However, Ricktharular loves to play the perfect time when it comes to that magic for a counter hit. So we'll see if Yosh will be able to find that right timing and able to exploit that also. But Ricktharular seems like his gameplay still hasn't changed because he's trying to get that down forward too. But Yosh, beautiful catch from the forward up 3 for the backflip. And unfortunately, it will not get the wall break from that combo. But Ricktharular able to get it.
But Ricktharular flipping it like one of his records out there. Doesn't get the full combo. We're back to neutral more or less. The party crasher not getting ducked. Yoj 99 will remember that.
Yep, he will. But beautiful sidestep, twisting arrow cannon, but this time he will get the wall break. And we're gonna go all the way to the wall. Yes, we are. And 4-4-3 for the unskilled damage. No, he wants to go for 4-4-1, but still able to get the 4-4-3. Dragon Hammer trying to get in. And Yo is able to exploit the spinning kicks.
Yeah, that's a move that you want to catch people with trying to step. Ricktharular just let the second hit of that homing string rip. And yes, second hit is high. Definitely want to be careful. No whiff punish on the Dragon Hammer or the down forward 2, but you have the 4-4-1, that elbow that runs the neutral.
But beautiful duck from the wind roll, tail sweep, and able to get the full while standing 2. Unfortunately, Yo tried to go for the back down 1+2 for the punish, but gets the wage drive and gets the wall split as well. Yo, we're gonna go all the way to the wall. Yes, we are. And
no, you got all of that wall combo, even with that wonky wall splat off that weird axis. And after all of that, Ricktharular still got the victory because of the weird axis on the Oki situation right there. Tough for Yoj.
And unfortunately, Yoji's got to try to swing that off. But unfortunately, it seems like he definitely is swinging it off because right now He's adding so much damage on this wall pressure, but Ricktharular able to bring out the Magic 4 and bring it right back.
Wow, Rick using that Magic 4 to just completely challenge through the Party Crasher attack. Going and trying to do some of those command dash throws. Ricktharular going with sidestep 3+4. Is that how we're playing it right now? Is that what we're doing? Yo.
The breaks right now. Yoj is on point. He's on match point against Ricktharular. This Joonya is making some work right now. Down back 3. While standing 14, trying to tell him to get off. He's making a statement. Bow and arrow. First one of the night. Sorry, first one of this match.
There we go, the win roll, keeping Ricktharular's back to the wall. Yes, tried to delay that string, but Rick is like, yeah, I don't really think I'm gonna bite on that one. And that is definitely what we've seen. Oh,
takes a bite of that one though.
Through yet. Are we gonna get a good wall splat? No, not quite.
Goes for the plus frames, tries to go for the bow and arrow again. 4-4-3 guarantee when it comes to all the way to the wall, and Yoj takes first blood. Whew. That was convincing. That was very convincing.
We've been talking about how JoeCrush has that really aggressive style. We've been talking about how Ty has that really aggressive style. But it didn't really hit me until just now. And I've watched Yoj play so many times. But he really has that same gear where he just goes bam, 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 hammering you with the forward 1, hammering you with the win rolls, the mix-ups, and then right when you think it's okay to kind of backdash, boom, bow and arrow catches you low and knocks you down. And like, it's really interesting the way that Yoj does it, because it just really creeps up on you the way that his pressure builds.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way that Yoj loves to put the pressure, he loves to change the levels, right? Sometimes he'll just like try to back away and try to test your knowledge, especially with the Party Crasher. Rick almost paid the price for the counter hit Party Crasher. It also did not duck.
Seen the switch.
Oh, he's not playing around anymore. Rick's not playing around anymore.
He said, I've seen what that prize pot said. All right, I need to get me in that third place business right here. Is this Fire and Brimstone or is it Devil's Pit?
It is Devil's Pit, so we are going to see an infinite stage on the last round.
Nice. That's going to be great for our little meta that we get to play between these two characters. 4-1, once again, playing the part of the Swiss Army knife for Yoj, but Ricktharular interrupting with a launcher and putting Yoj into the disadvantageous map situation.
Oh, another no duck out of the Party Crasher, and Yoj is really noting that. He's trying to fish for that counter hit, but Ricktharular seems a little bit too unfamiliar with what's going on with Yoj's countering. Goes for the wall standing too, and another bow and arrow, and Yoj is mixing him up.
The string is so good. The string that Yoj is doing at the wall there, it's so good. You know what else is really good? This hamburger godfist that we just saw from Ricktharular right here.
Yeah,
starting the round with it and getting a huge 40% off of Yoj.
Yeah, double layer on the hamburger godfist, and Yoj tried to add some layers of cheese, but Ricktharular says that's enough because he wants to keep it all green.
Oh yeah, it's definitely beefy, the amount of damage that combo was. Fries and shake that life bar until it dies.
Yep, it's an angry Angus, and Ricktharular definitely wants it on the money. But Yoj still trying to give it the 4-4-1. He's trying to back away. Beautiful Magic 4, taken right out of martial law's book.
Yeah, Rick is playing a lot more fast in the setup, and it's actually exactly what Yoj is wanting. Yoj wants you to play at that speed so he can get you with these big counter hit tools. 4-1, running 1. Oh yeah, Rick just says, get off of me. I don't want to be here.
That right there is a big no, because you can just cancel your move from wind roll. And Ricktharular paid the price, and Yoj is on set point to move on to Lucaside Grand Finals and be on the prize money.
There we go, 4-4-2. Scoring a big knockdown is important, but Yoj is really backdashing heavily against Ricktharular's pressure.
Oh, that could have been catastrophic. That could have been a whip punch from the get up kick 3, and Ricktharular didn't take the bite out of it.
Ooh,
there we go,
the
beautiful block.
That's the first one that we've seen blocked tonight, and Rick will take that opportunity to capitalize for sure.
Oh, gets the back four, and Yoj is one hit away, but Ricktharular was also one hit away for survival point. Yoj, how can you close this out? Or Rick, how can you stay alive?
Here we go. Another elbow situation. More of these 4-4-2s from Ricktharular. Yoj sitting on no life lost right here from 10 damage remaining. Oh, what an uppercut from Rick.
Down 4-2 to able to crush the second hit of the Magic 4-string. Hell sweep coming in.
He'll never do another one. I guarantee you he doesn't do another one the whole rest of the set, even if we get another one. Yo, that super low crush, or high crush.
He stays alive! He stays alive! 4-4-3!
Oh my gosh, he didn't get the 4-4-3! That's punishable!
It's okay. It's alright. Yoj thinking that Rick was crouching after the down forward one, so you can get the 4-4-3 counter guaranteed. Both of them, I'm sure both Rick and Yoj was expecting that, so this was a little bit shocking. But Ricktharular kept it still and stays alive. It's now 1-1. This is tense. This is so tense.
Bro, this isn't tense. This is hundreds. We are going 100%, 110% even. This is definitely a set that I expected Yoj to take, especially after the beginning of the second game. Rick was like super good to be able to come back on the infinite portion and get those 4-4-2 knockdowns, backdashing away, more 4-4-2 knockdowns, and huge uppercut got him the momentum that he needed to keep everything going. And I'm gonna repeat myself, he got one hell sweep. I bet he doesn't do another hell sweep again, because that's the kind of guy that Ricktharular does, that he is. He will play the thing that you're most scared of and make you think about it and then never use it again.
Say goodbye to your dreams. Okay, Yoj, pick it up to one of this area. We're going to church because spirits needs to hear the prayers. Trying to catch it off with the roll. Beautiful block there with just a normal down three. Ricktharular was finding a little bit of tempo. Here comes the sweep again. What were you saying? What were you saying?
Wrong. I was definitely wrong. Oh my gosh, the power crush belly bump gets jabbed and he eats the damage from the jab, but he says, you know what, that's fine. I'll eat a little bit of damage and you can eat a little bit more. Poke, 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 you're dead.
That's a punish right there, and the push, that's the push, and tries to get the wind roll. There's the guaranteed.
Yeah, he went on the safer option that time, just making sure that he wasn't gonna take an L for another either execution mistake or otherwise good knockdown. And another bow and arrow blocked by Ricktharular, just knowing exactly when Yoj is putting himself into the crouch situation and saying, you know what, I'm not scared of wall standing 3 anymore. It got nerfed. It doesn't wall splat anymore.
Yeah, beautiful grab, Rick, from the swing. Ricktharular able to exploit that was gonna be a 2-break, but oh my god, gets the lashing arrow and the 4-4-3, and Yoj clutches it out, ties it up.
Yeah, Yoj is like, I'm not gonna stop doing this amazing low. It's one of the only great lows that the character has. Yoj pushing Ricktharular back now, wind rolling, and not really needing the space at the wall.
Oh, gets the trade!
Oh my gosh, what a trade!
That's so unfortunate for Yoj. He thought he had his turn back, but does not get it. He gets the back turn. 1-2-1, 1+2. That is gonna be huge. But Ricktharular can definitely bring it back. No, you cannot. And Yoj is again set point.
Get a balcony break yet. We haven't seen it yet. These guys have just really been playing in the middle of the stage until that big combo happens. First hit of the bow and arrow, doesn't want to compete with the rest of it. Ricktharular really had that ready. He said, oh, you better do the second hit. Let it happen. See what happens.
Beautiful whiff punish from the 4-4-2. Yoj able to bring it all the way to the wall with the twisting arrow cannon and is putting Rick on rage.
Ooh.
Yes, the full thing!
That was crazy. That was exactly the chess battle that Yoj99 wanted to play. That mind game that I'm only going to do the first hit of this.
I think Joe is still has the upper hand here because, again, he's been dominating. He's going back and forth. So I think Joe definitely is the winner. Is definitely my pick also. But Yoj can definitely shut us up and prove the majority of us wrong here.
Yeah, this is going to be a fast-paced set. I'm sure of it. They both are masters of pressure, and we shall see who is going to come out on top. Look at Joe already using these 2-1 strings so heavy. First jackhammer thrown out, first jackhammer lands into Seed Planter. Lots of nice pressure and Oki for JoeCrush right here.
Oh, beautiful sidestep to the down forward too. We've been getting those a lot from everybody. And the baseball slide, and JoeCrush is safe to the next phase.
Safe. Yes, you definitely want to be there. Raise the roof, the Patriot Fist. Almost gets the spot. Charge back to, that will absolutely give you a wall stun. Doesn't get it on there. Lets the whole string rip, even though he's watching the Joonya sidewalk. Yowza.
Wowie mommy, tries to go to the back four, but unfortunately, that back four was whiffed, and the jab will close it out. There we go.
He didn't get the wall standing one. He tried to do wall standing one, but he didn't let go of the input fast enough and got full crouch down back one, which is fine. You know, you got to punish. You got some damage on it, but Joe putting on these pressure and then getting shredder.
Drops the combo.
Combo drops.
That's so unfortunate, but gets the low parry as well, and gets the wall splat, and this is a big body combo.
Ooh, definitely a punishable attack.
Spring kicks out of there.
Hit. Is it gonna kill though? We've got rage. Look at all of those slow. Oh my god, that slow-mo lasted forever for how long that the down back one was active. It lasted the entire 12 frames of the down back one.
Yo, flashing arrow is still coming in twice. Nice block.
Using those full crouch strings. JoeCrush is not letting Yoj get out of here. Full crouching into the low parry. Misses the wall combo again.
Yoj is making an exhibition with these sidewalks, twisting arrow cannons. But JoeCrush is still not out yet. 30 seconds left in the clock with rage to play with.
Flashing arrow. JoeCrush going for the down jab, panic move to try to stop Yoji.
4-4-3, and able to get the pick up.
Nice counter hit into the guaranteed damage.
Got final round of the first match, and Yoji able to bring it back from the 0-2. But can you close it out though? Can Yoji close this out? He's just trying to play the back dashing away. 4-3, and trying to jab out and trying to win roll 1. But beautiful by Yoji, able to stay down and not get the damage out of the body. But now Yoji able to get the wall parry and the wall.
Goes just for the first hit of bow and arrow, then chooses to go for the second one. JoeCrush attempting to get up. That's the layer 1 situation. If you try to get up, you get down one. Yo, the elbow. I believe that's called the reactor elbow, or maybe the repulsor elbow. Either way, sick attack. And he got hit by it and was super off axis, and Yoji was like, oh snap, what do? And you're pretty darn plus on block getting that, if you block that repulsor elbow, but also obviously on hit leaves you crouched, and you got to take that mix, and it just wasn't on the platter for Yosh 99 to try to eat that low, and he couldn't stomach it.
Nope, he could not. And even though it was a little off axis, the down four was still able to realign, and unfortunately, Yoji had to take that too. And especially having it off aligned, it's kind of hard to block that, right? And I was like, how are you supposed to block a mid or a low when you're off aligned when Joe's right behind?
Yeah, it was like super off axis, almost like 90 degrees off axis to the right. And it's like, yeah, what can happen here? Cameraman is not doing us any favors with helping us figure out where we are. The jungle outpost pick, great choice for both characters, actually, especially with that new seed planner buff that we get after Jackhammer that pops up the opponent. You can get a full combo after the wall and get you another wall combo on the other side of it of a balcony break there. But of course, Joonya gets great situations as well.
Yep, and Joonya used to be the queen of, used to be one of the queens of wall care. Has a little bit limit down, but when it comes to jungle outpost, that wall, when you break it, it's still her jungle. And gets the lashing arrow.
Yosh 99 not worrying about that knockdown that they scored right there. Oh, yes. Yoj eating a huge mid launcher right there because Joe is like, yeah, I bet you this is your opportunity to try to duck or low parry or move. It's like, get up there.
Not so much. Unfortunately, no whip punish there with the lashing arrow, and JoeCrush getting another down forward two from its sidestep, where we're gonna break the wall. Yep. No, unfortunately, down back one. No, down both one straight.
Oh, you're dead. Oh,
you're not dead.
The curse, magic 4. Are we gonna be able to realign to be able to get a whole wall? Yes,
we are.
A.
And oh my god, what a trade from the bow and arrow. Spends the rage drive. It just decides to take it all real quick. Beautiful low parry from the bow and arrow. JoeCrush is on point.
Wow, that low parry from Joe was just so good to catch Yoj trying to delay the bow and arrow. And whoa, I was gonna be so surprised if he was able to get the combo from that range. He got plenty of damage off of it, but wow.
Joe's trying to keep it standing still. Hold on. 35 seconds left in the clock, and Yoj is backing away to the wall, trying to get out of it. But beautiful backdash from Joe with another down forward two. And JoeCrush, the magic pixel, and cleans it up with a convincing 3-0.
This Joe fella pretty good, says Dr. Clown PhD. Well, you don't need a PhD to know that.
No.
JoeCrush is doing some really good work. And again, the matchup knowledge that we see, that you said backdash, but I think maybe it was a sidestep, right? After that elbow that we saw from Yoj was what got him that down forward 2 possibility. A long time ago, there was this guy who played me in bracket with their Julia. And I had a really hard time with that person's Julia. So,
are you personally attacking me?
Oh, I am personally attacking you. Yes. So when that happened, when you beat me at Vortex with your Julia, I actually went to Yoj99. I said, Yoj, please, I gotta figure out this character. And one of the things he told me is after you block that running one, that elbow, sidestep right beats almost all of the immediate options. And it seems that JoeCrush actually knows that as well, and was able to capitalize on it. So I'm loving what we're seeing from Joe. Howard Estate is what we're going on for a stage. Good final pick right there. Was doing well for Yoj earlier in the set as well. What do you think that Yoj needs to tweak to be able to get back on their side in the momentum?
Well, it seems like he's still relying on bow and arrow a lot, and Joe's really calling him out for it. Like, even with how much delay you're having, Joe is blocking them and low parrying them. So I think we might have a little change it up with some wall standing 3, especially near the wall. Because again, with the wall standing 3, you're able to get a really nice chunk of a wall splat damage as well. Gets the lashing arrow. Speaking of wall splat damage, and we got another one also. Oh, drops the combo though because of the realignment. So unfortunate, but Yosh was able to break things out.
Not gonna finish that string there. Oh yeah, that putting on plus frames and having a third hit.
No, gets caught with
oh yeah, we're gonna get a screw and the rage art.
That's so
I love that ender.
That's so unfortunate for Yosh. Yosh was making the right decisions, only to get shot down. Don't press.
Oh, he really did it. And that high is plus $1,000,000. I think it's literally like plus 20 something if you block that high. I could be wrong, but it's huge plus frame. And he was able to get that roaming attack afterwards, thinking that Yoj was going to try to move, and he was right.
Oh my god. And speaking of trying to move, Yoj able to get the counter hit from the forward two. Thinking was he trying to get more damage, and Yoj is having so much trouble trying to come back here with the wind rush. JoeCrush is getting so much damage trying to get the crossover here, and crossover he did.
Flustered right now. No launch punish on the Atlas hammer. Doesn't finish that string. Of course you're not gonna finish that string. You think that I think that you're gonna finish that string? No. Let me explain you a thing. talk to the hand, and into the jackhammer, get me into these grand finals. I'm trying to go to bed. Shadow 20z, honestly, I think he's just waiting for the correct sponsor that is gonna really do right by him, because his actions, his results speak for themselves at this point. And he doesn't, Shadow 20z, he doesn't have a day job. He is able to make a lot of money doing what he does on the Tekken scene, and we will see if he can make a little bit more today.
And it's coming right up with a beautiful low parry from the start. Shadow picking up the Zafina once again, being the Scarecrow himself, putting on the nightmares in JoeCrush's dreams. But JoeCrush is trying to find out with the Dreamcatcher, with the down forward 2 all the way to the wall.
Oh, good job by JoeCrush, thinking that you weren't going to get that wall splat. Even though he did get it, he wanted to be really careful about it, but tried to go for the high risk option with that full crouch low, and Shadow 20z was able to see it very slow, able to get the punish, and now Shadow 20z is in advantage with the first blood.
Yeah, with the jackhammer putting out a lot of mileage already, this could be catastrophic yet real quick, and the down back one able to deny the launcher from Shadow 20z. Shadow's trying to get away here, and that he did. The one that got away and the one he took from him. The down forward 2. Able to bring it all JoeCrush all the way to the wall. We're not gonna get launched by that this time.
Yeah, no. Hit me with the wall jump once, shame on me. But yeah, not gonna happen again. I think not. There we go with the forward 1, just grind for some mid pokes now. It has a very similar kind of startup to down back 1, so that's probably part of the portion of why JoeCrush would try to use it. Windmill doesn't go for the final hit though. Shadow's ready to duck it though, all the same.
Yeah, that's gonna be a kill if he gets hit by the yeet. This could be such a kill. We got 15 seconds left to play it with the clock, and JoeCrush has rage in hand. Tries to go for the grab, but Shadow was able to fuzzy duck out of it, but the charge up gets denied, and the battery's dead.
If he didn't charge it, he would have got a huge hit. He had rage and everything, but if he didn't charge it, he would have got a huge chunk of damage. And since he did, he was actually able to get interrupted in the middle of the charge. Down forward 1, keeping JoeCrush at the wall, but a nice jackhammer score with a seed planer knockdown afterwards keeps the mid-range map advantage possible for both players.
5 seconds left on the clock. Shadow's looking pretty solid here. Tries to go over the down forward 2. Try to interrupt the down back 1 as well. But Shadow able to chip off the lows, taken away from Jaxel. Sidestep race drive. Yet a story that we've seen before.
That's exactly the correct place that you want to be stepping against Jack. So we saw Shadow 20z got hit by the first down back 1 low, then sidestepped to the left with, as you all know, Zafina's S tier sidestepping, and made the second down back 1 or full clutch down back 1, whichever it was, with a whiff. And yeah, that's definitely Jack's weak side. Granted, you have the possibility to be getting hit by a wall standing 1, getting hit by the down forward 2 instead, but that is a huge weak point for the Jack player, especially when you have a great sidestep like Zafina does and reactions like Shadow 20z does.
And Shadow has been putting on a clinic going against JoeCrush. Like, he just knows the right timing, setting up the right appointments. You know, let's get with the doctor. This man's an absolute surgeon. Like, he is dismantling JoeCrush down.
Yo, Shadow 20z has only lost 1 game this entire bracket. And that 1 game that he lost was against PhiDX. That was the only game that he has lost.
You're right. But JoeCrush might be saying something different here. I think the Geese is going to tell a whole different story. He's going to try to change the different pacing here.
And we're going to see if the Zafina is predictable as JoeCrush thinks. I don't know. I think that Geese here, he doesn't have a lot of strings to be able to get mixes with, but he does have really good counter hit potential and good movement. But I don't know about this one right here.
Could be either way. But Shadow getting the infinite power up once again on random select when he picks Zafina. Again. He's lucky all the time. But JoeCrush able to just shoulder it all out, try to have a little statement to tell her to get off me. Just with the Bear Claw. 4-4-4.
Yes. They both have Bear Claws. I feel like, oh, the Shadow Hug right there. Counter hit, lots of damage. Down forward one for the Oki. He likes to keep it simple. Youst! Get away from me.
Look at the whiff punish, but JoeCrush able to get the whiff punish. Get the counter hit, get up 3, and this should be a kill.
Yeah, Deadly Rave does do more damage than normal Rage Art does. For whatever reason, I guess it's because the execution, quote unquote, of pressing all of those buttons in succession. But yes, Shadow 20z does take that round loss.
Put it down to try to prioritize it just simple and clean, and goes for the sweep this time, able to pick it up with the max mode. Here it comes, JoeCrush.
Very nice use of the max mode into another baseball slide. He's been liking that today. Now he's starting to use those dash ups very well. And Shadow 20z, for the first time in his set versus JoeCrush, is having his foot on the back pedal.
Oh, just a backflips out of there. The nice block out of the back, 1+2, but no punish. But the jump up. JoeCrush, what a
that
call.
neutral jump. We playing 2D out here for real, for real. Yo, that was a very interesting interaction. I don't see that interaction very often from Shadow 20z. Again, this crazy amount of attacks from this character that you just don't see so often. While standing 1-2, catches floating but doesn't get a combo.
You know, he can take all the damage he can get at certain situations, but Shadow trying to find a way to get in, to put in some offense, but he's perfectly fine just staying away. But there it is, the Shadow Claw. Sharpen it all up and putting JoeCrush on range. Again, yeah, I'm trying to get another
get a little bit of mid extra damage. Tried to kill there. Ooh, very long range punish for Joe right there. Goes for the mid in the 50-50 situation. Goes for the mid one more time.
And it unfortunately gets caught by that whiff punish for the double low, and Shadow stays alive and putting a round on the board. Back 1+2 again. He's been getting so much going against Joe. 4-3 goes for the plus frame. The move is so damn good. Back 1+2 finally gets blocked.
These guys are doing. They're not really sitting and trying to get so many launchers off of each other, but like the sheer amount of small interactions that we're seeing in the small amount of time that we've seen already is just so dense, so packed.
Yo, speaking of so dense and so packed, Shadow 20z thinking that JoeCrush was gonna, like, you know, make a huge impact, just decided to say stop and haven't talked him in the hand with the jab, and now still trying to walk away and putting on Scarecrow stance and Tarantula, and making a statement that what evasive that be like, can definitely do, but spins the max mode, and that should be all she wrote. It does not matter what stance you go, but JoeCrush, the geese, that's the stance, geese stance.
I think that was not the type of gameplay that I was really expecting from his geese there. I was really expecting some more like down fours to catch some of the jabs or the side steps that Zafina was liking to do, but it was really the max mode conversions that he was getting that was able to get him so far in that game. And he's got those floaty 2D jumps that were able to get him out of those pressure situations versus Zafina as well. Zafina, as we know, likes those long range lows that she has, but you know, when you have these things called jump ins where you are able to evade more and get a whole combo off of them after the fact as well, if it lands, they are super scary to have. And finally, Shadow 20z has a game taken off of him by JoeCrush.
And that being said, with the counter hits being taken away from him, Shadow 20z is gonna try to play the counter hit game himself, picking up the queen of counter hits, Anna Williams, yet another staple on his arsenal.
Now, he hasn't gone for the quarter circle into low yet. And that long string that he has,
Yeah.
that a lot of Geese players use in max mode, he hasn't gone for the low yet. He's gone for the mid, I want to say 3 or 4 times. So, you know it's a possibility for this Geese to become a mix-up character.
Yeah,
when it
for
comes
sure.
to mix-up characters, casino characters, Anna Williams is the #1. You never know what you're gonna get. Life's a box of chocolates against this character.
Yeah, absolutely right. And speaking of, you say going against the low, Shadow 20z can make the ultimate gamble and go into Chaos Judgment for that and get the low automatic launcher. And just like that, Shadow 20z trying to get that counter hit, especially from Chaos Judgment from the 3, but gets the guaranteed off that with to get the double slaps and get the pick. Look at that damage!
It's a huge amount of damage. You just get slapped once and then an immediate extra knockdown off of all of it. It is so good. Jabs and immediate rage drive afterwards. They made the input on that easier, so now it's even more accessible. 12 seconds remaining in this first round. Gets the low and tries to duck again. Wow.
That time.
Still not going with the low. Still not going with the low.
That time, Shadow paid the price. The ultimate price. Sidestep 4. Still gonna work it. Again, that is a launch punchable, but Geese will not have that much. But does get the low parry on the down forward 4 again. Down 3. Shadow's always stuck in the wall. That's got a lot of trouble, but JoeCrush is continuing to get these low parries non-stop.
Yeah, it is going to be really tough for Shadow to get out of this wall here, but Joe giving Shadow a little chance to breathe, or so he thinks right there. Assassin's Dagger tries to pull off a little bit of plus frames to get out of there, and the low getting not launch punished, but definitely block punished against Shadow 20z. Man, Joe is doing some super defense right now.
Yeah, and the beautiful block of the low is getting all the low parries. Joe's looking super solid, man. It goes for the mid, it goes for plus frames, and Shadow once again stuck against the wall. Gets the counter hit.
Yeah, nice counter hit. Knockdown.
Oh, he's definitely gonna pick that
down
up.
for 1, just gonna keep it going. I know that we dropped the combo, but we're gonna keep it going. Tries to get the slap, nothing doing.
Nothing is working at all, but no counter hit once again. And JoeCrush trying to stay solid, not pressing after the button. Nice block out of the magic fool. But now here it comes. JoeCrush putting on the dominant pressure. Once again, the aura. Gets the pickup, and that should be it. JoeCrush extending the lead. Yes, we are. JoeCrush taking the lead on this set.
This is tough. This is tough, especially that one round where Anna, or rather Shadow, ended up in the corner and just could not get out no matter what they tried to do. There were a couple really good whiff punish attempts by Shadow early in that game as well that just didn't work out, and then got punished themselves by a block punish. And again, Joe has still not gone low, but now Shadow is thinking, man, how many times is this man gonna pick rock? How many times is he gonna do it? And JoeCrush now up 2-1 versus Shadow, possibly getting close to getting ourselves a reset in this stacked bracket.
Very, very possible, but we cannot count Shadow out. We can never count Shadow out. The Anna didn't seem to have played its part, but sometimes Shadow just doesn't want to give up on a character that fast. That's what I've noticed a lot. Unless if it plays super likely. Again, in which, what the hell?
What are we about to see right now?
Shadow, pig and homage. This is what happened last time, right? In FlyTech, when Cuddle Core versus when JoeCrush happened. Cuddle picked Ling against the Geese, and it worked out fine. I think Cuddle's trying to pay an homage here and try to make a tribute. And the Ling, and as well, again, Shadow's been working on the Ling also with Cuddle, and also just being a menace around these ranks.
Round 1. Fight.
Bro, Yeah, we really thought that we were gonna figure out what was gonna happen. We talked about all of the different characters that we've seen from Shadow 20z up until this point, and I have never seen him play Ling Xiaoyu, but we are gonna see this amazing poking game that this character has. And if you know Shadow 20z, you know the poking game is on point at all times. But we shall see how JoeCrush has to deal with it, and a nice big counter hit will be a good way to get it done.
Beautiful block from the cross up, but Shadow 20z is having a lot of trouble trying to take the turn back here. Now JoeCrush extending the lead possibly. Hold on.
Ooh,
what
little
a
jab
try.
string right there to keep Shadow locked down. Catches the sidestep if they were able to sidestep off of there, but still got the couple of hits and then finish with one more jab for good measure.
Shadow 20z has had a great momentum there trying to play the poking game and trying to evade so much. But this time it's not so much here. Let's go for the down two. Doesn't get all of it. But beautiful fuzzy duck out of the back four.
Ooh, interesting options here. Just
while
jumping
standing
out,
two.
and then big counter hit while standing two. But
why did that drop?
it's so unfortunate. Oh man, you've got your back to the wall against JoeCrush. What's gonna happen? Let's see.
That's what's gonna happen.
Break on the throw.
That's what's gonna happen. We immediately switch back, but JoeCrush not afraid to fight back, fight against the wall. And gets the beautiful whiff punish from the launcher, and Joe is about to get another bar. Spends it and gain one back. 5 seconds left in the clock, and Shadow's on rage. Spends the rage drive.
Go for the max mode immediately, trying to make sure that he has all the resources necessary to be able to do whatever he wants to get any evasion. And that was some cheeky pop-ups right there with
the spot.
Airborne projectiles, but immediate counter hit launch right there for Shadow 20z will not go down lightly.
X marks the spot to start things off. You may have found the treasure for this match. Is it gonna be all gold, or is it gonna be a couple flukes?
Oh no.
Beautiful. Oh, the spacing! The spacing saved him. And Shadow stays alive real quick.
Could it have been the wall? Could it have been the smallness of this character? Who knows? Shadow 20z is gonna take those though and gonna keep it going, dashing up. He's being very aggressive with this Ling Xiaoyu, trying to play much more pressure when it comes to JoeCrush's game. Definitely don't want to have your back to the wall. Definitely don't want to have Joe in the driver's seat.
No, absolutely not. Shadow's gotta try to take lead once again. Got 30 seconds left in the clock. Beautiful Phoenix fans coming in and gets the wall and goes for the pop. Let's get your optimization, my friend. Just tries to whip punish the 4-4-3, the raccoon swing. Got 20 seconds left, and Shadow 20z is gonna try to play back. If pick and rock again, goes for the mid option. Down 4-1, down back 3.
Okay, 11 seconds remaining. He goes for a little float, and
the shooting star
gets the shooting star, makes a wish, and it is granted. He gets himself another round to play with out here in the Fire and Brimstone.
Reset point versus survival. Well, both of them are surviving, really. But let's see. Beautiful whip punish again. Joe spends the bar. Maximum's coming in, and it continues to do so. And has another bar to work with all the way to the wall. 40 seconds left in the gun. This is going to be
the max
huge
damage as well with the double rep hook. That was the mid version. He actually could have punished right there, but he didn't end up playing. It's
beautiful block.
Oh my gosh, the sidestep into the back turn rage drive was too far away, and we got ourselves a reset. We're gonna have ourselves at least another 3 games for JoeCrush versus Shadow 20z. I hope you guys are having a dope one out there watching out in Twitch land. Chat, who do you like out here? Put a 1 in the chat if you like JoeCrush. Put a 2 out there if you like Shadow 20z. This is exactly what happened in the ICFC season finals. We had a reset by JoeCrush, and then Shadow was getting rolled over. But is JoeCrush gonna take it this time?
We'll see how the momentum pays. Shadow 20z. We might have to go back to the tried and true with Zafina, but it's a whole different set. Joe might be going back to Jack. No, we're gonna stick sticking the same. Geese and Ling. I love it. I love it. I love it. And you know, with Shadows, like even with Ling, he just needs to find the right steps. His Ling was definitely looking pretty strong going against the Geese, for sure.
We're on the abandoned temple stage. This is common in the sense of random. You have to pick a random stage
Round 1.
in TWT rules for a finals reset. So this was unchosen, but this is one of my favorite stages personally right here. JoeCrush starting to do these floaty attacks and the projectiles and immediately gets a fantastic float, and he's gonna get a wall with it as well.
Yep, unfortunately doesn't get the right cross up though, and the back one just tries to stabilize it. But JoeCrush gets the right combo again and gets the right wall splat. Almost about to build up another bar. Like, should be able to kill? Not yet. And it goes for the
He does
generic
get
down
close to a bar though. Imagine killing and not getting even a bar yet. He didn't even have to spend any of that meter that he had to deal with. Shadow 20z scores a knockdown to get this started though, to try to get some of the momentum into his favor.
Yeah, dash cancel, but unfortunately gets caught with a front flip. Shadow 20z gets the right momentum here. This is what he needs. Like, go all the way to the wall. This is just like last time. But now trying to stay away here. And goes for the forward 2-1. And Shadow 20z is looking clean also.
Look at how much Shadow's using the jab out here as well. Earlier in the last game, he used like 5 jabs in a row. He's really liking that jab. Xiao Yu's jab, I think, is kind of stubby, honestly, just because of the character herself. And look at that. Just fantastic whip punishment. The dash up into standing 2 and all of this damage.
Oh my god, and it continues to chip, but the wall standing forward and down back to putting on pressure, but immediately, barely escapes the push and goes to the wall. But Reppuken denies the AOP, and 20 seconds left to clock. He's still going for the mid. 1-1-2. 20 seconds left to clock. Again. So close. Shadow 20z is trying to find a way to try to get the mix up, but the Reppuken's keeping him awake.
Shadow is just trying to find their way in
Mistrust.
between all of those Reppukens. He's just jumping around. You can actually die by just blocking.
Wow!
Oh, he tried for the big Hail Mary sidestep down 4-2-1, but unfortunately, Joe was just ready to block.
Snake Edge! Shadow 20z!
Snake Edge, the Shadow 20z special, right when you don't expect it.
Definitely didn't expect it, but wow, the launcher was able to have the job. Neutralize that. 40 seconds left to clock. Shadows on the wall. Tries to go for the down forward 2. Down forward 1. Down forward 1. Able to crush a little bit of highs here. But they call JoeCrush out. Tries to go for the backflip. Trying to get away. Shooting star. No wish. Down back 3.
Nice, right there. Is that her sidestep 4 spirit?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that low. It's so good. That low. I see it being used out of her sidestep quite often by Cuddle and by Daystri, another Xiao Yu player that we see a lot. And Shadow 20z clearly knows the strength of it as well here. Trying to get away from the Reppuken. Gets the counter hit while standing 2. And it's something great for map advantage as well.
Wow, what a great answer here by JoeCrush. All the way to the wall. Yes, we are, and gets the beautiful wall splat. Has 1 bar to work with. 30 seconds left on the clock. And he wants game here. Spans it, beautiful block while standing 4. Tries to get the pick up, and now we're playing the same game again, trying to play the keep out. 1-2, and a down forward 1, and JoeCrush officially takes the lead.
Joe is still being so extremely active all the time, using these Reppukens. And earlier we saw him use a Reppuken against the AOP stance, and I was like, oh, you know, I think that Shadow is intentionally doing that because him getting hit by the Reppuken actually ended up putting Shadow into rage. So I was like, oh yeah, that was a good bait right there. Get hit so that you can get rage, so you can get more comeback potential. But then it didn't end up working out. And again, like, this is a tough matchup, it seems. It seems like the approach tools for Ling are not really getting it done because Joe keeps getting in those long-term situations, these long-range situations versus Shadow and just playing really good keep out. I gotta think that maybe running 3 could be good possibly to be able to go over Reppuken and possibly be able to get a launcher because it is basically a natural hit launcher.
Right.
But like, Spirit, what do you think needs to get done here?
Going to the tried and true. I was about to say I think the Claudio might have to be picked up here because that Ling, sure, it made it work, but every time that Joe had the lead, it was such an uphill battle to try to get, just even try to get to range 0. That's what is exactly what you're saying. But even if you try to go for the running 3, you're gonna be stuck at AOP, and that's gonna hit you regardless. But that doesn't matter now anymore, as Shadow is gonna go back to Claudio.
We're on the Mishima Dojo stage. This is a stage that both of these characters actually routinely pick in their actual stage picks as well, so they're very comfortable on this stage. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing this stage for the rest of the set and this matchup for the rest of the set here. 4-2-2, 12-frame Punisher, knockdown, and give you Starburst. Really great tool.
That's not a counter hit anymore. That's not a counter hit launcher anymore. Unfortunately, gets the wall stun, so that's gonna pay the price for JoeCrush. Does anything but the Vanishing Storm is coming in clutch. Gets the full wall damage, but the low parry comes in. JoeCrush! The eye is open, the third eye, and spins the ring strike. Deadly Rave is coming in, and we're definitely gonna have a party. Shadows.
Huge knockback. Oh my god!
Wow!
You are airborne for so much of that, but you're not airborne in the very last part of it. So Shadow 20z gets caught as he's coming down out of the air by the Reppuken. And oh my gosh, already getting 60% of their life taken away at the very beginning of this round.
Man, beautiful break. That's a generic. We're not going for the 1+2 command grab. Go try to fly away to the body. It's the shoulder press. 40 seconds left on the clock. And if you go, all right, here comes the wall standing for the double kick. Back 3-3. That's so much. Vanishing Storm. Yeah, 1+2, 1+2. Vanishing Storm. Get off beat. Wasp Blood. 26, but the Vanishing Storm, the win button. The win condition on that one. It's just like the success rate for Summer Jam. Another Vanishing Storm, and this time we're gonna get a lot.
With the Vanishing Storm, 100%. Flip it over, but JoeCrush was able to get the tech roll and get out of there. Still 12-frame punishable, even though you have Starburst in that situation. Still refuses to go for the mid, or start to go for the low. Still continuing to go for that overhead kick in that situation.
But the wall standing too. That's the mid. Gets Starburst in hand. Gets ready to spend it. 30 seconds left in the clock. Joe. Not getting phased with the 2-2s though. Putin's out of there. Remember
again with these keep out situations. At any time, Shadow 20z could be going for that running 2 to try to float over it. Oh, he didn't hit confirm the second hit of the back 3-2. Is he gonna waste this max mode having only this much damage left? Yes, he is.
Yes, he
lost
is.
that stick of butter. You can't make any cookies from it. No sweetness for you on that one.
Yeah, you better make it all back, and you better make this bar count. We got one left to spend, and you're rapidly making one back. Can you make another patch though? Yes, you can. We're going all the way to the wall. The damage output is insane. Combo, down for one, but the genocide cutter coming right off.
Nice Starburst interaction there to be able to finish. JoeCrush seems like he's got a really good map advantage, but I promise you, Shadow 20z has got him back to turn. Oh my gosh, though. Those micro dashes into that counter hit. Oh man, Shadow 20z really did not want to give up his map advantage there. And Joe was like, give it to me.
And he took that forcefully, and it is now even up again. We're going to final round, left and right. But the result has been on JoeCrush repeatedly. Shadow, how can you try to answer back? And JoeCrush has 2 bars left, but the dash cancel is so perfect right now by JoeCrush. 40 seconds left on the clock.
They're like gotta be like frame perfect right here. Okay, Shadow 20z goes mid, then low high, then goes back for the knees. Shadow 20z trying to keep the JoeCrush back to the wall, trying to put some pressure on. Reppuken's coming in to try to
back
get
3-3 again. Get the pickup.
Oh my gosh, this float right here is insane in the booty bump to finish it.
That was ridiculous by Shadow 20z. I love it that it was actually at the tip end of his shoe. And Claudio's tall enough, I guess, to get the pickup, and it comes in clutch. And Shadow 20z which evens it up to 1-1. That was so close. Again, we're going to final round every single time. The swings is going back and forth. We don't know what's going on, but these players are playing out of their minds, man.
Yeah, that was really fortuitous for Shadow 20z at the end there, because that back 3 getting the float, that's like already one of the buttons that you like to use in your combos as combo filler. So he did another one and then just went for regular bread and butter situation.
Yeah.
Got the wall spacing that he needed into the shoulder situation, and we're tied up. Honestly, I gotta tell you, JoeCrush, I 100%, like, if somebody was like, yo, double or nothing right now in the middle of this round, who you got? I'm like, oh, put it all on Joe. I really thought he was gonna have it.
Yeah,
the clutchness, the calculation of the conversions by Shadow, bro.
Yeah, we want to talk about clutch. You know, obviously Shadow time is in full effect that majority of the times we witness, right? But JoeCrush is just that guy. He has that presence to make it work. Like, Phi is continuously asking him how he does it. Same thing with Kaizur, right? But we cannot count JoeCrush out. And JoeCrush doesn't like to play the geese here. We're now going to Jack. I still think that Claudio still works really, really well here. I think the movement for Claudio is still fantastic. So it's still anyone's ball game.
Well, we have a new switch hitter coming out here, the designated hitter, JoeCrush's Jack coming out. But we got ourselves home field advantage for Claudio del Serafino right here in the Duomo de Sirio stage.
Round 1. Fight.
Claudio.
Why does he pick this custom? It just is so huge on the screen. Like, give us the dreads, Jack pack or something. Oh my gosh, I stepped twin distance to start it off.
As soon as I remember how I said, which the sidestep is working, but that sidestep doesn't work. That is a neutral jump, but he's still able to get quite the damage and on range. And Shadow 20z able to cover that mishap away with a round. Can't even say anything. Shadow killing it.
Nice seed planter right there. Another jackhammer, sidestep 2, staying very active, just like when he was playing the geese. Yeah, not that active, okay? I don't think so. This hop kick.
But that active though.
No, he just let it rip.
He does it again. Rip it off like a band-aid, add insult to injury, and replace the oil with that machine of yours. 2-2, and Shadow's looking super clean, but does get the charge up wall bounce, and we're gonna spence the rage art.
Is definitely not going to kill here due to the wall combo scaling, but we've got a really good Oki situation on Jack's Rage Art.
Yeah.
No matter what, he always has really good Oki situations at the wall there when the Rage Art happens. And yes, had the side roll, still got hit by the low in there. Great job.
That was an unfortunate interaction that Shadow had to deal with. Can't even stay down, but beautiful block out of the Wind Rush. Let's go forward to Jackhammer right back at you. The climb. Vanishing Storm's looking super clean. Down back 1. Doesn't even fully extend. Tries to do it again.
Look at the dash in and dash out of Shadow 20z. Tries to rip the hop kick. Running 2. Catches a little bit off axis. JoeCrush finally gets the tombstone. It lands.
And with the down forward 1-1, able to get the second hit. Shadow trying to get the magic forward. Stay down.
Yeah, very good idea staying down there. You would have eaten a lot of damage if you had touched a couple of those, and it is Shadow time. 9 seconds remaining. Are we going to see a running 2? No, he goes for the Rage Drive, whiffs the second hit, and JoeCrush had the perfect spacing to be able to punish.
Yep, and JoeCrush again. Match point, but the Genocide Cutter cutting you down, adding the Cyanide, adding the Poison, de-rusting the machine. With that back 3-3.
Yeah, speaking of poison, this one is toxic, and he just keeps doing extra damage exponentially, mental and physical at the same time.
But the overhead!
Extra delayed overhead orbital right there, doing work for Shadow 20z, and we got another final round.
Every single game has been gone to this way, except the one with Anna and Geese. But still, Shadow is trying to walk away from it, trying to go for another overhead, trying to delay it. But Shadow on rage already with 45 seconds left in the clock. Tries to go for the axe kick. Down back 1. Spends the rage drive super fast, but the low was able to be walked on. and JoeCrush taking that whip punish.
Okay, that was crazy because like he blocked the rage drive and then just sidestepped that low, and I was like, what? Like, I've never seen that. It's just one of those things that you just don't think Jack, of all characters, is going to be really comfortable doing. And he just felt super confident that the low was going to happen or a jab was going to happen or something like that. And it hit the mark and he was able to react. And JoeCrush is one game away from the victory on our last Tekken World Tour Dojo event.
Oof. And taking it all the way back. It was 3-0. It was 3-0 on winner's final.
Yeah.
And Joe able to take it 3-1. Resets it. And could this be a possible 3-1 again? Shadow. It was all up to you, buddy. And it's all up to this character.
And it's
We're back to
Zafina.
Zafina.
Yeah, it makes sense. You got to win with the Claudio, and then the Claudio didn't work. And then we're back to Zafina because, yes, as we saw earlier, Zafina does really well in being able to backdash out of situations that you can't normally backdash in against Jack. So it makes a lot of sense. He finally got what he wanted from JoeCrush, which is for JoeCrush to pick the Jack and get locked in a winner situation. But back on Abandoned Temple, we shall see what this wide open space is going to do. Is JoeCrush going to be able to clutch it out here and close it out without giving Shadow 20z another opportunity?
No, that opportunity is long gone though with that down forward two. Able to deny the stance, but the wall. It's just light off of the damage as well. But beautiful wish punish again with a down forward 1-4. Shadows on rage already.
Dashing up. JoeCrush is just not worried about this at all. He's like, yeah, you have your back to the wall. I know you have your back to the wall. We're 500 feet away, but you know where your back is.
But at the same time, I know he's scared.
Backdashing and sidestepping, staying so active, gets that punish, even though it was just a down jab. He definitely hit it.
Beautiful jump, but doesn't kill. Spins the rage drive again, and Shadow able to backdash and spends it and steals that round.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Again, Shadow with these backdash whip punishes. It's been going insane and goes for the huge launcher. Gets a natural combo out of it, but drops it, unfortunately.
Oh, I don't know what could have caused that, but JoeCrush says, I will take that. I will get myself a conversion. Thank you very much. And I will continue this map advantage. Yes, Shadow 20z not going to go down without a fight, though. While standing one, nah, this is not the time. I don't really feel like low parrying tonight.
Not tonight, but this time I'm gonna take your medicine right to you. Oh my god, what the forward for one of Zafina's best tools.
Yeah, we haven't seen him use it very much recently. Oh man, the talk to the hand. Oh, the rocket kick doing so much damage. Shadow 20z, he's like, yeah, I think I'm not gonna throw the third hit. And Joe's like, yeah, I know, you wouldn't.
No, you definitely would not, but Shadow is looking super dominating here with 2 rounds up, and now we're playing the same game again. We're going over the low and low, and now we're going for the mid, and now we're going for the low again. No, not yet. Active trying to catch a counter hit. There's another possible whip on it, but Joe able to evade it. Goes for the low, magic pixel, and 50%.
20 seconds remaining. It is getting close to that time. We got the red.
Oh my god!
This attack is right next to the wall. You're not going to get enough damage to be able to kill. You've got to do a couple more pokes. Oh my gosh, JoeCrush challenging the opportunity for Shadow 20z to get it back, and we have ourselves a game.
Yes. The ties the no round brown. Shadow 20z still getting chipped there, but calls out the down back one, able to get the launcher, but drops the combo again. What is going on here? Goes for the Gigaton Knuckle and goes for the backbreaker. The plant seed, and we're getting another final round. This is tournament point for JoeCrush.
20z has got to pull it out here. Finally, a low parry on the down forward one. We're definitely going to get a wall and almost gets the entire wall splat, but it's all good. Shadow 20z keeps this wall advantage tight.
And now Shadow is going for the miss this time and gets caught with the wall standing 1-1. JoeCrush all the way to the wall, has good positioning and spends the power bomb.
Oh, he got slept on. Don't sleep on this, man. If he had done the last hit, it would have been guaranteed. He didn't realize that he got all of the hits in the full crouch down back 1 series. He could have killed. That would have been it if he had just let the last hit rip. But now Shadow 20z, able to get out of there, is going to give us a final game. Wow.
Unbelievable. It was down to the wire and JoeCrush didn't believe. That was it. That was it. That was the dream. And it all faded away. JoeCrush almost had it, but he still has a chance to gain it back.
We're both nearly speechless here, because that was literally the hit. That was the one string that you needed to do to be able to go shabam and just clutch it out. I don't think it's confirmable that when you get the first 3 hits of the down back 1 series, but when you do the first 3 hits, why wouldn't you do this the fourth? Why wouldn't you do the mid? I don't know. Jack mains out there, hook me up with that knowledge. What could have been in JoeCrush's mind to not believe in the final hit in that situation? I don't know. But what I do know is we're going to get to see more of this action. And we got one final game for you. And yes, Zafina versus Geese.
This is what had Joe worked against the Zafina. Again, it was another final round. That was in an infinite stage. But now everything changes here. Everything changes. This is it, guys. Twitch chat. Again, I want to see your votes. 200 viewers. I want to see 1 for Joe, 2 for Shadow. This is it. Final match of the tournament.
Starting out with the Repukins already. Staying active. Saying, Shadow, you're going to stay over there until I want you over here.
Okay, we'll go to down for the 1. Tries to sidewalk out of the Shadows, already being so active with his movement, with those silhouettes. Look the way he danced. Tries to gets the first blow with the low and just immediately backs off. Already 20 seconds has already passed by.
We're dancing, moving backwards and forth, and between the 2 characters, I would really expect that the first low counter hit would come from Geese. But Shadow 20z, down 3, has 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and just now took 1 piece of damage right there. Is Joe going to be able to bring it back?
No, unfortunately not able to go to the range. 10 seconds left in the clock, no bar though. But gets the wall standing 4, 10 seconds, no counter hit, and the down forward 1-1. Shadow officially takes the lead back.
Extremely important first round for Shadow, and commanding one as well. And now Shadow 20z is in the driver's seat. You see Joe not really playing the keep out game as much now. Shadow is trying to get chased down by Joe because Joe's trying to get the momentum back in his favor.
Yeah, absolutely. No duck on the down forward 1-4. Down forward 1, and now Joe is trying to play the game that he was trying to play earlier. Goes for the rock again. Goes for the mid. Overhead. Trying to get in the counter hit. 194. And now all the way to the low. And now switches back to back 1+2. And the down forward 2.
Yes. Perfect wall positioning as well. Puts Joe in rage though. He doesn't have a piece of meter. He's getting close though. You want to get him as soon as you can. Don't let him build that meter. Don't let him build it up. You know that you don't even have meter, Joe. Why did you do back 3-2?
Goes for the hit though, but the down wall standing 1-2, and Shadow challenges it is on tournament point. Now this is gonna be huge for Joe because Joe has nothing. He has to work it from the bare bones, from the beautiful duck from the moon slicer, and Shadow gets the huge launcher.
Oh, we're almost close to a wall, but definitely on this stage, you have to be careful. Oh, you've got one more interaction and it is done. Shadow 20z pops up with the key charge and takes that victory over JoeCrush in that revenge set from the ICFC finals and is your winner of Dreamhack Beyond